What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Like always, give me a second to just get things started. Oh geez, yeah, you're not late this time? Yeah, no, you're right at the beginning. I'm not even fully ready. Ah. Alright, we should be ready to go. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Let me test one last thing here. Alright, we should be ready to go here. You know what Baz says, you came from the notification, Filippo Notification Squad. Notification Squad hype, guys. Everyone who has joined in right at the start. You're alive? Am I? I am alive, Smooth Moves. I am alive. 4,800 encounters, you were here at like 2,000. Yeah, Charmaine, dude, it's been insane. Like, honestly, I felt like we would have had it at this point, but hey, the odds are 1 in 8,192, so it is at least mildly understandable that we don't have it yet. Amanda the Base Killer, welcome to the stream. You're still hunting that Treecko? You got it in 1,004 tries. Nice, Aiden. Burning Shadows hype? Yeah, that's the new card pack, isn't it? At least I know there was some card pack named similarly in Japanese, and I think I've heard some about it, and I'd assume it'd be getting translated. You're always back, Smooth Roofs. Yeah, you have been here since the first stream I saw you. You have not missed one. I appreciate all of y'all who tune in every single stream. It is awesome to see everyone again. Shadow Assassin, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. You're going to be shiny hunting Feebas and Alpha Sapphire. Good luck, OGs. I hope you can get it. Yeah, my shiny Feebas hunt was in Pokemon Sun, and I love that shiny Milotic. Sorry about the whoosh, just opened up a bottle of Sprite. Shiny hunting Feebas, dang. I don't know how it is in ORAS, but I know in Gen 7 it's not actually that bad. Because it has pretty much the normal, like, increased encounter rate for the special fishing spots. And then it's just a SOS training, but I don't know how it is in Gen 6. I know there's fish chaining, I just don't know what the encounter rate for Feebas is like. How much? What's good with you? It's been pretty good here, Shadow. Obviously, been streaming almost to 5,000. We're going to pass 5,000 encounters tonight if we do not get the shiny before then. But aside from Pokemon hunting, I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild in the past few days. Like, that has been my go-to game recently, just because I got my Switch over the weekend. Mr. Sobalon, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. You lost your Pokemon game? Oh no, Smooth Moves. That stinks. I hope you can find it, though, because losing a Pokemon game is terrible. Like, I've lost multiple, and I wish I had them all. Sprite is better than Coke. They're pretty much equal to me, but Sprite doesn't have the caffeine, and I'm kind of trying to cut caffeine a good bit. You're back. What? Please no normal Treecko. Clorox, welcome back, and I hope we can get an actual shiny tonight. We have seen almost 5,000 regular Treeckos. I'm ready to see one that sparkles. Jivan, welcome back to the stream. Cool Ranch or Nacho Cheese? Cool Ranch. Definitely Cool Ranch, Pokemaster. Call me a noob, but what is ORAS? That is the short term for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Ruben Ramirez, welcome back. Yeah, guys, I've been playing so much Breath of the Wild the past 3 days. I haven't made it that far, but that's just like my collector in me wants to go and check out every little detail, which is why that game is awesome. Like, honestly, I really only have it this early on in owning my Switch because it came in the bundle I ended up getting. Like, I couldn't get a Switch anyway but the bundle, and I really wanted to play Splatoon and to play Mario Kart. But when I was at GameStop, it was like, well, we have this, like, Legend of Zelda bundle, if you want to order that, so I ordered it. So obviously I ended up with Breath of the Wild. I was going to get it anyways, because it's, like, the main Switch game, essentially. And, like, I didn't play it too much aside from just, like, essentially checking out, seeing what the Switch did before I went to the store and bought Mario Kart to go hang out with friends that night and play Mario Kart. But I went back and I actually picked up started playing Breath of the Wild on Tuesday, I want to say. Like, I actually sat down and put the cartridge in and started playing it, and I haven't been able to put it down since. Like, this is the first time I've played a game that isn't Breath of the Wild in almost 2 days now. Like, that game is crazy good, and I'm loving it so much. Pokemaster Judd, playing the trading card game online right now. Have fun, man. Have fun. I haven't gotten into, like, the trading card game in terms of playing. I just collect cards. John Dave Villarente, welcome to the stream. I hope I pronounced that name right. What's up, Hamza? Everything's pretty good here. Just getting the stream going. Hoping we can get a shiny Treecko tonight. Diamond Hunter 64, what's up? Welcome back. 4884, we'll see, Aiden. We'll see. Not too long until we get to that one. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, hype. Agreed, Pokemaster. Agreed. I'm so hyped for those games to come out. Only a few more months. Yeah, I need to get back into playing some more Pokemon, but I kind of put it down, or Pokemon Sun at least, shiny hunting and whatnot. But I kind of put it down, you know, because I got my Switch. Like, yeah, so I put it down, quote unquote, since like the shiny Tapu Koko event. Yeah, because I wanted to play through with shiny Tapu Koko on my copy of Moon. But it's just kind of seeming like that's not going to happen until I beat a couple trials, simply because Tapu Koko doesn't listen to me. Tapu Koko's level 60. Oh, excuse me. Tapu Koko's level 60. I'm not the original trainer. And I haven't gotten a single trial. Or haven't completed a single trial yet, so, yeah, not exactly listening to me every turn. But I am so ready for some Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Ready to play through the story again, even if it's fairly similar, to play, like, if it said all revamped, I'm gonna be so hyped. I'm ready. I don't care how small the changes are. I'm ready to see what Game Freak's done with the games. I'm a big collector in the cards, since you said you collect them. I'm not that big of a collector. When I was like a little kid, like elementary school, I did have a good-sized collection. Unfortunately, though, like, our washing machine leaked and dripped down into the like basement, and there's a closet in the basement that had like all of my toys from when I was a kid, and there's a box of Pokemon cards in there. And the leak went right onto those, so they all just became this giant papier-mâché blob. And I have started collecting them a little bit again, and what that kind of entails to me is like every few weeks, like maybe once or twice a month, when I go to like a bookstore or something, when I go to Barnes & Noble and pick up some manga, I'll like grab a pack of cards because they're like $5. So it's like, it's one of the things I can do on a whim, but not often on a whim, you know. So I have like maybe 3 or 4 packs that I've just kind of opened because it's the fun of opening them, you know. But most of my collecting is in like in the games, like in terms of Pokemon is what I collect, because there's just too much chance to actually like collect Pokemon cards, and I don't want to go out and like nickel and dime to buy individual cards I want and need. Devontae Gooden, am I a Gen 1er? No, I am. If anything, I'd be a Gen 3er. I first got into Pokemon with Fire Red, so I did get introduced with Kanto, but I introduced with the remastered Kanto. One of my favorite games of all time is Emerald, which we're playing now. But then, aside from that, like, my favorite gen would probably either be Gen 3 or Gen 7. So, like, it's not like... I'm not one of those people who thinks that the game's gone downhill in any way. And I definitely know there are flaws with the older games, but I don't notice them as much starting with Gen 3. So I guess, in a way, I'd be a Gen 3er, if anything. Luigi Bros Swag just joined. Welcome back to the stream, man. So much talk to... Yeah, there's a good bit to talk about tonight. I'm enjoying some of the conversation. Sorry you gotta go, your computer's lagging big time. Want to watch, but there's way too much lag. It's not you, it's your wife. Alright, well, Shadow, I'm glad you're able to tune in the stream. I'm sorry to hear you have to go, but I understand, man. It was good to see you again. Mimikyu's your favorite fairy type. Alright, yeah, Mimikyu is a pretty awesome Pokemon. I still haven't gotten it shiny just because I know there's ways around it, like Moongeist Beam and just general multi-attack moves, but that decoy ability, you know, having to hit it twice, having to actually set up a Pokemon to go after it, I just don't really want to do right now. Plus it's Ghost type, which means I also have to like use Foresight to false swipe it. There's just a lot of stuff with Mimikyu that makes it really hard to hunt, in my opinion. But I definitely want it though, because Mimikyu is one of my favorite Gen 7s. Gen 7 Pokemon. God Plays, welcome back to the stream. Charmaine, will I be transferring the Treecko? So, I'll be transferring the Treecko eventually. But first thing, I'm going to do like a shiny badge quest in this game. So there's going to be a playthrough with the shiny Treecko before we actually like trade it off to the next game. Because that's part of why I wanted to play on a legit cartridge, is so I can trade up like the shiny Treecko as well as the shiny legendaries from this game to the newer games. Because, you know, the Weather Trio's shiny locked in ORAS, so yeah, they're definitely, at some point they're getting transferred. I have to like borrow an old DS and get a cartridge from Gen 5 to complete the actual like chain of movement to move them all up. Gen 3 high five? Alright, Amanda, yeah. Yeah, Gen 3, like I said, my first games, and they're the ones that, like, whenever I ended up going back to games, it always was back to these. Even when I still was able to play, even when I had like, my 3DS for a month before I got Alpha Sapphire. And I had Pearl still at the time, so I did boot up Pearl, but I still ended up finding my Game Boy SP and playing Emerald again when I wanted to, like, get back into Pokemon a little bit. And Fire Red's the one I installed on an emulator I had on my phone at one point. Like, Gen 3 is just the games that I gravitate back towards. It's like the aesthetic that I kind of consider the original Pokemon, even though obviously there's 2 generations before it. As well as, you know, they're the games, as well as like Hoenn my favorite region. So any chance I get to play Hoenn, I'll play it. Which is why ORAS was so great. Just having a way to play it more modernized was awesome. Favorite ice type? Aiden, so my favorite ice type. That's interesting. See, like, everyone keeps asking me these, and I really don't have much outside of, like, the really basic types. Like, even ice type's a little bit outside of basic when I think about this for a minute. That's interesting. Maybe, like, Alolan Vulpix. I actually really like the design of... No, if I'm gonna say Alolan's, Alolan Sandshrew. Definitely Alolan Sandshrew. I really like it. If I get the shiny, am I gonna make a highlight of it? I don't know how I'd do it, but I would definitely point out whatever like stream that was in. Because I went back and I numbered all of the videos I have archived just so I have like an actual count of the number of streams we've done. And we're getting close to like 20 at this point, which is crazy. And so I definitely want to point it out, like, if anyone wants to see my old, like, once I do more shiny hunts, if someone wants to watch all the actual reactions. I don't think I'll make a separate video, necessarily. What I'd probably do is, like, mark this in some kind of playlist that is specific to, you know, I got the shiny, as well as, you know, timestamp it in the description or something. Can you send fan art to the Discord? Sure, go for it, Amanda. Not gonna stop watching until I get it? Well, hopefully you keep watching and we get it soon, James. Who's hyped for hype? I'm hyped for hype, Pokemaster. Dex nabbing for Snowrun. Alright, good luck, Filippo. I hope you get it. Luigi Braswag, wanna know something? Sure, go for it. Sure. Cool. It is pretty cool, Aiden. All ice types are pretty cool. Justin Cruz, did I get the shiny? I haven't yet, unfortunately, which is kind of crazy that we still haven't got this shiny after so long. Oh boy, Luigi, bro. Oh boy. No. We're gonna leave that right there. But yeah, we still haven't gotten the shiny Justin. It's kind of crazy at this point, like I said, you know. We're gonna pass 5,000 this stream if we don't get it. And we are about 6 away from doing our save reset. Hopefully we can get it. Yeah, rickrolling me in the chat, Luigi bro. Sorry if you guys hear like any kind of background noise. It sounds like an engine. My sister's out mowing the backyard right now, so that's literally right behind the wall that the mic is on. So you may hear it when she like passes closer to the house. What is after Shiny Charmander? I don't have an exact Pokemon we'd be going after at that point, Pokemaster. I'm hoping that Shiny Charmander takes long enough for me to get everything set up for the Shiny Badge quest. Because once we have the Shiny Badge quest up and rolling, that's going to pretty much provide almost constant Shiny hunting until we get to the end of the game. Because at that point, I need to fight something, or I need to catch a Shiny before every major gym battle. And before every major battle. All gym battles are major. But before like every major battle in the game, which means there's going to be a lot of opportunities for hunts. And once I have like the layout set up for like doing the actual pre-recorded stuff, which is the actual like the battling and the story, basically that's what the Charmander's there for, is to fill as a buffer between catching this Treecko and me getting set up to do the badge quest. And once we get the Shiny Badge quest rolling, pretty much I just have to record the videos and then I'll get up to the point where I can hunt for the next Pokemon. So I don't have an exact Pokemon after that point. I think we'll just be calling them like Emerald Shiny hunts until we get something. Because I don't know, I'll have to look into Emerald's mechanics some more to see if there's actually a way to specifically hunt a certain Pokemon with Emerald's RNG, because I think there is. But so yeah, that's kind of it's up in the air, but there are like general hunts planned. I just don't know if there's going to be a specific Pokemon for them. That'll kind of be determined as we get closer to it, I think. If I get the Shiny, I'm going to test it out a bit, or what I'm going to, or what move am I going to use first? I don't know, like, what move I'd use first. I think, because, I mean, I guess I'd use Pound, because Treecko, that's the only move Treecko would know when I get it Shiny. And if we get it, we'll obviously have to do the Zigzagoon battle. I think I may end up, like, we have to go from the Zigzagoon battle far enough to save, and I think that's where I'm going to end it. Because I don't want to do too much of the story without, like, recording it, essentially. And I don't remember how much of Birch talking happens before I can battle another Pokemon. But we'll obviously be able to test out Treecko, just because that's what this game instantly does, is you have to do a battle first. And then we'll look at it and, you know, in the Pokedex, in the bag stuff, and then we'll switch over to Charmander once we get it. It sounds like Rotom saw a lawnmower and he is eating grass. I wish I had a Rotom that would mow the grass for us. That would be so nice. Take all of the effort out of doing it myself. Oscar Rendez, does this Emerald game have an early Shiny frame? I don't know, but that is why you see what I'm doing right now, where I go to New Game and reset the save, basically to fix that whole Shiny frame issue. Once we're done with this hunt, we will have an early Shiny frame. This is just, you know, every 50 encounters or so, I reset the save, just because I don't know if I have an early Shiny frame until we get an early Shiny frame. Pokemaster Show, what's a Shiny Badge quest? So Shiny Badge quest is where before every major battle, be it like your rival, a gym, a major battle against the like enemy, or like, against like the evil team of the game, so in this case Magma and Aqua, you catch a Shiny. Basically you'll Shiny hunt before every major battle and you'll have an entire team of Shinies. So basically there'll be probably close to like 20, if not more, hunts that we do before we even get to the end of the Emerald, before we get to like the Elite Four and stuff. Which will be pretty hot, which will be pretty awesome. And it'll give us a lot of time to do some pretty cool hunts, I think. And then we'll also have all the Shiny Legendaries that we can get in Emerald as well. Santi Anibal, Shiny Hype! Shiny Hype, my friend. I hope we can get this thing this stream. That would be the best. What's my favorite evolution? So Nuno Bastos, my favorite evolution would be Umbreon. Rayquaza, so what should the starter types should be? Charmander, Torchic could be Okay, I thought you were like asking a question. Silver Fox 7, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Well, still no Treecko. It's not on par with this one. Dude, like, honestly, this is still, if we get it soon, it would still be considered lucky. Which is just how brutal this hunt is, because, you know, the odds, like I've said multiple times, are, you know, 1 in over 8,000. Like, 1 in 8,192. So we're barely over halfway, basically. So if we get it anywhere, and essentially, like, the next month of streaming, we technically beat the odds. But it is definitely a much more brutal and, like, much harsher, a lot more luck required type hunt than something like SOS chaining in Gen 7. Just because then you can lower the odds to, like, less than 1 in 1,000. But here you can't lower it at all. The odds are double base anyways. They're just completely not in your favor. If I get an early shiny frame, will I try to get RNG clones? So, if I get an early shiny frame, what I'm going to be doing is doing a shiny badge quest like I've mentioned a little bit earlier, or a lot of it earlier. And, I'm definitely going to be abusing that frame to get to make the hunts go a lot quicker. I'm not like a big competitive person or anything, so getting, you know, different IVs and certain natures and stuff doesn't matter nearly as much to me as it would to other people. I just care if it's shiny. I'm a massive Pokemon collector compared to a Pokemon battler. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Fire Falcon, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. 1 second. Gotta check something. Alright, we're back. We're close to getting back to actually doing some shiny hunting right now. You get all the Pokemon you can train. You get all the Pokemon you can, train them, fight them, and then get more Pokeballs and get shiny legendaries. That's always a solid plan there. Android Play, Raftel New World, welcome back to the stream, guys. Alright, managed to do that without messing up this time. There's like a mosquito in the room, so... Oh, I actually... You guys just witnessed that. I like ninja caught this bug out of the air, but it like... It flew away when I opened my hand, because there was no way I caught it. But it was like, swept my hand and caught... Oh, it was all off camera, too. Looking at it, it was all off camera. But I caught a bug out of the air that was flying around in my face. I promise you it actually happened, and I'm not lying. What do I do after I find the shiny Treecko? So, Fire Falcon, after I find the shiny Treecko, I will be hunting for a Charmander in my copy of Leaf Green. And then, long term, I'll be doing a shiny badge quest using this Emerald Save. If you're reading this, well, I'm wasting time. Well, I mean, I'm on the stream reading all these comments anyways. Last stream your phone died and you only watched 23 minutes. That's all good, Android Play. That's all good. That's your secret, you're always wasting time. You do waste a lot of time on things, Queen. I wonder what nice trainer will take me today. Oh, it's that shiny hunter right here. That's how I imagine, like, all of the Rowlets that I bred in Sun and Moon felt. Like, hundreds of them just released into the wild. All these people that run, like, the Pokemon League are just walking around like, crap, these are supposed to be starters. There's only supposed to be, like, 1 per 10-year-old. Suddenly the Grubbin population in Alola drops. You're out of questions, what should you do? Just watch, just talk to people, it's all good. Alright, be right back, see you in a bit, Smooth Moves. Shiny hunting will never be a waste of time. Never. Agreed, Oscar. Agreed. My 850 hours in Pokemon Sun are always worth it. Because now I can say that I have 93 shinies, and very few people can actually say that, which is always pretty cool. Jobwave, welcome to the stream. Breaking news, massive Rowlet outbreak disrupts ecosystem. Destroys Kukui's lab. They just take it apart and turn it all into nests. The apocalypse has begun, there is no hope. If the apocalypse is led by Rowlets, I'd be okay with it. Cody Scroggins, welcome back to the stream! When your phone died, you screamed, and your parents heard, and good thing they didn't ask. I mean, you can just be like, oh, my phone died while I was watching something. Dylan Sattler, welcome to the stream! Oh, the Call of Duty mission failed. We'll get him next time. Every time you pull up a shiny, another war quote pops across the screen. Doom Lucario, why is my profile picture a girl if I'm a boy? So that picture is literally just a picture I saw on Reddit one day and had saved on my phone around the time I made my YouTube account. Which at the time I didn't make intending to ever make any kind of videos. I just made it to subscribe to people. So I set it as an icon, and it was square, and it worked well, and it got turned into a circle. So that's why I set it. It's been like that for 3 years now, I think. Almost 3 years now. If not longer. And yeah, so there's not really a reason for it. I've been kind of looking into changing a lot of stuff to make my channel actually look like a channel that, you know, streams content and whatnot. Because right now, like, all that old stuff is literally just things I threw in to make it not blank. But I think that's going to wait a little bit until I can get, like, an actual thumbnail for these streams. So it doesn't just have, like, a screenshot of the stream, like there's actually a thumbnail on it. That's, like, part one of the plan to actually kind of rearrange the channel and make it look nice. You think you're going to start praying for a shiny Treecko tonight? Desperate times do call for desperate measures. We have been going at this thing for so long now. I honestly thought it would take like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe. Like 3 weeks tops, you know? Like it would just pop up. I've been lucky with shinies before, I'll be lucky this time, and it has not been the case yet. Poketubers feel, hey, can't watch the stream. That's all good. Thanks for stopping by and talking. It would be just bordering on 3 years now for that icon. Yes, yeah. Yeah, because I think I made this account... As weird of a landmark as it is, I think I made this account when my laptop died. Like when my old laptop died, I think either when that laptop died or when I had to format it before that, I remade all of my accounts. And I'm not sure if I would have set the avatar then, but I would have set it. I would have set the avatar about 3 years ago at this point. Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Smooth Moves. Will I ever do a dual lock or a Nuzlocke? Maybe Doom Lucario, maybe. I'm kind of like planning stuff in the background while I do this hunt. So basically, this hunt, nothing's really going to change until this hunt ends. Because when this hunt ends is when I can start making content with Emerald aside from the streams. Because I can't really do anything and continue to hunt in Emerald, because anything I did, I'd have to reset to go back and hunt for the Treecko some more. So currently, you know, I'm going to just be doing the hunts, but I haven't considered Nuzlocke, especially like randomizer Nuzlocks, things that I can do on a ROM and whatnot. Do I know that Pokemon Emerald has a broken frame? I do know that it has that broken frame counter. That's why you see me reset the saves every 50 encounters. It's just so I can get a new trainer ID, and hopefully that lines up and makes a shiny frame at a like advantageous time, so that we can actually soft reset. Because I do know that like if I just didn't change the save at any point and just went for it, the odds of us like getting a shiny drop off to essentially 0 after like 400 or 500 soft resets. And that's why, because the game runs at 60 FPS, so I reset every 50, hoping that I'm kind of relatively in like a 1 second time frame, so I don't miss too many frames, so I don't overlap on a lot either. Do I prefer full odds hunting or method hunting? So this is my first actual full odds hunt. All of my other hunting has been done either through Masuda or SOS method. And I don't have a problem with either. I understand where a lot of people like the challenge and kind of the prestige of a full odds hunt. But I also like collecting shinies, and I like having hunts that are successful in less than a month. So in terms of the, like quantity, I love method hunting a lot more than this, but I've really enjoyed this hunt, because this is going to be so hype when we actually get it. Just because it's going to be like, holy crap, we finally got this. Like, a whole month, or almost like a month and a half, has led to this, which will just be awesome. So getting shiny Pokemon from soft resets are a lot more difficult. Yes, Cody, because most methods that people talk about, aside from the Masuda method, the more encounters you do, the more likely you are of getting the Pokemon. Like, your odds increase and are more in your favor. But with soft resetting, there's no way for it to track the chain of number of times you've turned the game off and on. So it's essentially full odds the whole time. Whatever your odds are on the first encounter are what they are for every other encounter. Alright, see you later, Pokemaster. Oh, or Pokemaster, were you saying bye to someone else? I think I did see someone say they were leaving, so I'll say goodbye to them. Alright, see you later, OGs. That's who you were saying bye to. Charmaine, welcome back. When I shiny hunt Rayquaza, am I going to need Runaway or Soft Reset? It depends, Cody. I may Soft Reset a little bit at first, just because once we get to that point, I'll know I have an early shiny frame. And as long as it's not too early for the battle to start, like, as long as no animation takes too long, I can soft reset for a shiny Rayquaza. But if the animation, like, takes a bit too long and it goes past the shiny frame so that it's impossible for me to, like, get it with the early shiny frame I know I have, I'll do Runaways. Because Runaways, you know, it's essentially it's the same in any game. It's going to be actually random at that point. Amanda fell to the ground. Oh no! Everyone say, never mind. But why? Never mind what? Alright, see you, Smooth Moose. If I use an early shiny frame for legendary Pokemon, or where there's a bit of delay from when you start the fight, it'll be rather difficult to differ. That's what I'm talking about, Oscar. Like, if the frame is super early, like essentially even Treecko's a rush to input fast enough, then it's not going to happen. But if Treecko pops up on one of like my frames that's kind of a delayed, I'm talking while I'm doing it, whatnot, and I'm not actually hitting the buttons, then that's what I mean by like the animation of the delay of basically encountering a legendary is slower than encountering normal Pokemon. So yeah, if it doesn't work quickly, essentially within like 50 to 100 soft resets, I would definitely then just go to Runaways, because at that point Runaways would be quicker. You also think the starters have no delay? I think as soon as you open the bag, they're generated. Pokemon Logic, Nurse Joy says, hope to see you again. I mean, you never know. Like, maybe she's just hopeful that you take care of your Pokemon. That might be what she means, instead of I hope that you have to come back and heal your Pokemon again. Welcome back, Smooth Moves. It's been a while since you've been to the streams. It's a wild, shiny piece of grass. Yeah, the bag itself becomes shiny at one point, you know. The Pokemon in it aren't, but the bag becomes suddenly this white color. Like, it just becomes like a beige instead of a brown. Without saving in between trainers? Yeah, that's one thing. I think I forgot to do that one time and then lost the next battle. Like, I saved after the first one, didn't save after the second one, and then lost to the third. which I guess it could have been worse, but there also kind of gets to a point where you're just that high of a level. Or the Elite Four in Gen 7 even, I managed to, without knowing what they were, have a team that was able to have a type advantage on, I think, every single member of it. So I swept them, and then battling the champion was admittedly a little bit tougher, just because there's no like actual type advantage to the entire team, but it wasn't bad at any point. Greetings from Croatia! Croatia, awesome! Welcome to the stream, Devor! Oh, and McKinley, the Treecko is stupid. Hopefully we can get it soon and we can move on to some other hunts. At this point, it has taken a good while. Do I have any other Pokemon? If you mean in this save, obviously no, because this is my first Pokemon in the save. But in general, Pokemon games, yes, I have Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Emerald, obviously, which is what we're playing on here. I have Pokemon Pearl, Platinum, and then all of Gen 6 and all of Gen 7, which is only 2 games at this point, but, you know, I will have Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon when they come out. It's going to be a shiny at 5,000. We'll see, Mini Boss. And Mini Boss, welcome back to the streams. Shiny Rayquaza in the title. I don't know if that one actually can change, you know. That'd be awesome. Or actually, that'd be kind of terrible if you could have a shiny Rayquaza in the frame. Like, if you could know that that back Pokemon was shiny, even though obviously it's just like a shadow sprite. Oh, but like sparkled when you turn on the menu, and you're just like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, congrats on becoming a Pokemon champion. Battery dies. Dang, when was the last time I saved? Battling Gary in Professor Oak's office. Bailey Fetcho, thank you for the sub. Red Charizard X, welcome back to the stream. If I get that frame, hope won't be stuck getting shiny, uncatchable Pooch or Zigzagoon. Hopefully we don't get stuck doing that, but honestly, you know, like, you understand the Emerald RNG enough to be like, at least we're getting shinies at that point. Like, I don't care, and I know I'm consistent. I can start tweaking my inputs then. So I'm honestly okay with getting some shiny, uncatchable shinies here. Just because it means I'm going to have a catchable one pretty soon. Kid J Music, thank you for the sub. Smooth Moves, do I like any other games? Yes. So, in terms of the games that I've liked for a while that I play, obviously Pokemon, as well as Rocket League. I played Rocket League religiously my freshman year of college. Not as much now, but that's more because I just play too much Pokemon. Even though there's no such thing as too much Pokemon, whenever I have free time now, and even if I'm sitting at my computer, I'll like pull out my 3DS and play Pokemon instead of booting up a game on my computer. So Rocket League is like my top game outside of Pokemon. Then I played GTA 5 a lot with friends. As well as... I'll think of another game I play with them. Oh yeah, I play like golf with friends and stuff. Like, just a bunch of like PC games, I'll play a lot of them. But what I've really been playing recently is Breath of the Wild. Like, holy crap. That game has been so awesome for the past, like, 2 days, even. I've only been playing it, like, 2 days. I'm nowhere near done with the story. At least I don't think I am, and obviously there's going to be a lot of side quests that I don't immediately do. But as someone who likes to collect things and do all these little missions and complete it, it's just going to be so much fun, I think. And basically so far what I've been doing is, like, every moment that I can have my Switch out and playing it, I am. Like, when I'm not doing the streams, I'm sitting in front of my TV playing it. When I'm on my lunch break at work, I have the Switch out in the break room playing it. It's just been so much fun, and it has been one of the most enjoyable games I've played in a while in terms of, like, actual single-player campaign. That's not saying too much, though, because I haven't really played many single-player games for the campaign outside of Pokemon in a while. But yeah, that game, as soon as I actually started playing it, it just sucked me in. Because I got it, like I said, when I got my Switch. It came in a bundle with it. And I booted it up long enough to be like, okay, so this is what the graphics look like on the Switch. Test it popping in and out of the dock. stuff like that. And then I went out and bought Mario Kart because I was going to a LAN party with some friends and wanted to have a multiplayer game. So I bought Mario Kart because that's Mario Kart and Splatoon were like the main reasons I got the Switch as early as I did. I knew I was going to get it before holidays because Rocket League comes out at the holidays for the Switch. And I want to play Rocket League on the Switch. Because like I said, it's one of my favorite games. So I was like, alright, if I can pick it up at some point, I'll pick it up, because then I can play some Splatoon and some Rocket League, especially before Nintendo kicks in their whole paid online service. So yeah, I bought like a bundle that had the Switch, Legend of Zelda, and a Legend of Zelda backpack. But I just need to return the backpack to GameStop and be able to buy another game or a Pro Controller or something. But yeah, so like Breath of the Wild was one of those games I was like, I might pick up and it'll sit on my shelf most of the time. But no, I've loved it. Like, as soon as I started playing it, I don't think I'll be able to stop until I finish it. You started playing Emerald again, you're on May 2. Alright. Your team is Marshtomp, Talos, Shroomish, Aeron, and Makihita, and Electrike. Alright, Fire Falcon. That's not a terrible team. It's not a bad team at all. When was the first time I got Treecko? So, the first time I used Treecko was probably, like, I think it was actually my second Emerald play, or my second playthrough, or second time starting Hoenn, essentially. So I got Sapphire, and I started that with Mudkip. And then I figured because of that, Emerald's a green game, I'll choose Treecko. Like, that was my logic as a little kid. But it was also like, I loved Treecko even when I saw it when I picked Mudkip. So I decided to play the Treecko, and it became my favorite starter in Hoenn. Especially after I played Alpha Sapphire and picked it again. Welcome back, John! We didn't actually know you could just leave the game and restart till you get a shiny starter, but how long does it take? So it's a complete shot in the dark how long it'll take, because you could literally get it your first try, and then it could also take you, I've seen people take over 40,000 soft resets to get it, which with how fast this stream is going would take the better part of a year. Giovanni Vasquez, thank you for the sub. Hopefully we get it a bit quicker than that, though, because the odds are 1 in 8,000, basically, rounding down a bit. So hopefully we get it soon. But yeah, so just in general, you can soft reset Pokemon games and get the a shiny starter. You're getting rid of Makihita after Gym 5. What is Gym 5? Because I feel like, I guess Gym 6 is Psychic, isn't it? So yeah, it makes sense to get rid of the Fire type. You need you can bring it back. You can just take it off your team for a little bit. If I was hunting a starter from another gen, what would I be hunting? I'd probably be hunting either Bulbasaur or Charmander, which is what we're going to be going after next. Even though I'd be hunting for them in Gen 3 still. I would say something like Rowlet or Litten or Poplio. Just from Gen 6, because those are also games that I love. Or Gen 7? Gen 7. Yeah, Gen 7. I don't know why I said Gen 6. But I've already caught them, so I don't really necessarily see a point in catching more of them after I've already caught 3 of each. 5,000? 5,000 hype. We are getting real close to 5,000 here, guys. Like, less than 100 away. Almost to the last reset before we get to 5,000, which will be crazy. Red Charizard X, what is my favorite shiny legendary? That would be shiny Rayquaza. I love the black on it. Rayquaza is already a cool legendary. There's nostalgia with it because it's one of the first legendaries I ever got. And then on top of all of that, the shiny just looks great. It's really hard to mess up. Oh, excuse me. I felt like I was going to sneeze there. It's really hard to like mess up a shiny if you just change it to be mainly black. Those always seem to look good, and Rayquaza looks especially good in my opinion. Your final team will be Swampert, Swellow, Gardevoir, Breloom, Manectric, and Aggron. Alright, yeah, that's cool. Like, I'm not the biggest competitive person. My team's generally, what Pokemon do I pick up and end up, like, keeping when I stop grinding every single Pokemon I have in my PC? Could be better. Yeah, see, I don't like, I'm like, that team sounds fine. It at least sounds like you're covering a good bit of typing, but, Again, I don't know, especially when you start looking into like if you want like specific stats on certain Pokemon. That's something that I just do not know. Favorite Shiny Mega. So Aiden, my favorite Shiny Mega is Shiny Mega Gengar. Just because Mega Gengar already looks really cool, and then Shiny Mega Gengar fixes all the issues of Shiny Gengar that I have. That was just like a really cool Mega in my opinion. Do I own any Pokemon cards? Yes, I do, Red Charizard. I own maybe 3-4 packs from Guardians Rising stuff. Unfortunately, all of my old cards from when I was a kid, back, you know, Gen 3 and whatnot, they all unfortunately got ruined when our washing machine upstairs leaked and dripped right into the box I had them in, and they just became a giant, like, glob of cardboard. So I have a few packs from Guardians Rising. You haven't said anything in a while? That's okay, Pokemaster. It's always fun if you're just watching. Have I ever failed a shiny? And if I have, how many? I actually haven't failed any shinies yet, fortunately. Hopefully, shiny Treecko doesn't become the first. And I'm not counting, like, giving up on a hunt or something. Because there have been times where I've broken chains and just walked away from a hunt in Pokemon Sun. Most of them I've come back to. There's ones like Mimikyu that I haven't yet, just because I have to set up a chaining Smeargle a specific way that I'm really not too interested in doing right at the moment. But I haven't ever seen a shiny and either lost it to it struggling or, you know, had it KO itself, accidentally knocked it out. I haven't done any of that, so fortunately, anytime a shiny's appeared on the screen, I have managed to catch it. Obviously, that could change with an uncatchable Zigzagoon, but I don't know if I wouldn't count that as a failed shiny hunt as much as Pokemon taunting me. So hopefully the haven't messed up a hunt yet doesn't start now. Yeah, this Zigzagoon's probably really something Professor Birch should be able to take care of. But whatever, he's giving me a Pokemon for it, so if he just wants to be scared of this little tiny Zigzagoon, that's the more power to him. Do I plan on doing a randomizer Nuzlocke? Potentially Bailey Fetch Out. Potentially. I'm thinking of some things to do after I catch this Treecko. One of the main one being a Shiny Badge quest in Emerald. But none of that stuff's going to start happening until after I get through this Shiny Hunt. This Shiny Hunt's kind of letting me figure out some more stuff in terms of the channel in general, and like hopefully polishing content and whatnot before I actually start releasing more stuff. And also because like one of the main things I want to do is this Shiny Badge quest, which requires me getting a Shiny Treecko. Grungy Games, you accidentally bought a fake Emerald. Oh no! How'd you find out it was fake? Taquovian McKinney, welcome back to the stream. That's a weird one. I don't think it's ever accidentally clicked. I don't think I've ever accidentally clicked left. I've clicked down and right a bunch of times, generally outside of that menu though. Read your comments. It's been a long time. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you, Andrew Play. Tonight's been a night that I've been rambling on, and I know that unfortunately means I missed some comments, but I'm still hoping to read as many of them as I can. Your team was Swampert, Gardevoir, Aggron, Torkoal, Altaria, and Braylon. Alright. Red Charizard. What's my favorite shiny starter? Favorite shiny starter would probably be Litten. Or Treecko. Like, Litten just, in general, made the Pokemon look a lot cooler to me, because in general, like, one of my favorite color schemes is just a base white with some, like, vibrant color on top of it. Be it, like, red, blue, green, you know, pink, whatever. Just, like, the general, like, white feel, like, pure white with like, an accent color on it looks really cool. So having Litten basically be that color scheme looked really cool. But then Treecko with the red tail and being one of my favorite starters in the first place. They're pretty close to each other, I think. Fake Emerald's hard to tell the difference from real, as long as they put it in an Emerald cartridge. I've seen a bit Android play. Nicholas Zach, thank you for the sub. You're joining the Discord? Awesome, Grenji. And because Grenji brings it up, I will point out that in the description there's a link to a Discord server I have, where anyone is free to join and just, you know, talk outside of these streams as well as, you know, in the streams and whatnot. So aside from this being a place to talk, it is also where I will post, like, if I'm going to be late a few minutes, or it's where I post links to the streams. Or it was, I want to say, it was Sunday, I think. Yeah, Sunday. That I had an internet outage mid-stream, like the whole stream just kind of cut off, and a bunch of people are wondering what was happening, so I was able to like post updates there through my phone and stuff. So for anyone who wants to like be updated on these streams, as well as just hang out and talk to the people who are in the chat outside of these like 9 hours we have a week, feel free to join the Discord. Link is in the description, and if there's a mod here, if they could post it in the chat too, that'd be awesome. Luis Padilla, welcome to the stream. Sorry if I butchered your name. Oh, you have nothing to say yet? You really want to be in the conversation? That's alright, Pokemaster, you know. It's cool if you just, like, you know, want to watch and enjoy it, and it's also fun if you're in the chat. There's no pressure either way, though. You would watch me play a randomizer Nuzlocke if I ever do one, and it's, Treecko, okay. It's all good. Thank you for correcting me, actually. I feel bad when I mispronounce names, but not having anything to go off besides text and trying not to sit there and, like, look up how it would be pronounced or something. If I pronounce anyone's names wrong, feel free to correct them in the chat. Do I like the new Pokemon games or the old ones? I like them all. Like I got into Pokemon games with Gen 3. And I got back into Pokemon with Gen 6. And then I've played over 850 hours of Pokemon Sun, so I really don't dislike any of the games. And I'm definitely not one of those people who thinks, like, you know, they've gotten too much easier, or they're dumb at this point or anything. And it's not like I only play them because they're newer. I enjoy them overall, so... Like, there is like, if I had to pick, there's nostalgia to Gen 3, but there's also a lot of fun I've had with the newer gens. And honestly, at this point, I think I would favor Gen 7 over Gen 3. New ones are cool, but way too easy. So that's where, like, by default now, they make it easier, as opposed to, like, having you turn it on or something. So now you have to, like, turn off EXP share if you don't want it and whatnot, which, in my opinion, is okay. And if you know that you want it to be a bit harder, you can turn it off and stuff. But personally, I just kind of enjoy playing the story, leveling my Pokemon up enough to do the battles and stuff, and then going into collecting. So I don't really care to have this challenge as much while I'm playing. I just kind of want to get to the point where I can collect Pokemon. VFT username, what have you missed? You haven't missed much so far. We haven't seen any shinies, be it Zigzagoon or Treecko yet, unfortunately. But hopefully we can get it this stream. Hopefully we can get it by Encounter 5000, which is going to be coming up so quick, which is insane to think that we are less than an hour out from hitting Encounter 5000 in this hunt. Will I take part in any Safari Weekend or SFER, seeing a 1% shiny Pokemon flee? I don't want to do I don't want to do shiny Safari stuff just because they can run like that. That would be awful. I'm not sure. If I have to, I obviously have to. But if I can catch things without the chance of them running away on me, I will do that. That's how you pronounce your last name. If someone gets it wrong, you're a guy. I may think of you as a girl since your name is also big. Alright, so you're a guy. That's cool. Alright. Yeah, and I mean, last names always seem to like have weird pronunciations and stuff. But yeah, like, I appreciate being corrected on that kind of stuff, just so I don't seem, like, ignorant or rude or anything mispronouncing someone's name. You only played Pokemon Diamond, but on the bright side, you be the champion for the first time yesterday. Congratulations! Yeah! Gen 4, I personally like. There's some people who didn't like Gen 4 because, like, pacing issues, but I never had an issue with that. But yeah, I have Pearl and Platinum. I don't have Diamond. But I mean, any Pokemon game is a good Pokemon game, in my opinion. The first Pokemon game you played was also in the Hoenn region. Yeah, Hoenn region is like my favorite region by far. I have so much nostalgia with it, along with it being the games I've played to get back into it with Alpha Sapphire. And I just remembered I have to reset my save right now, so before I even start the next encounter, I'm going to go ahead and do that. What was my first shiny that I ever caught, and what was my first shiny legendary I ever caught? So I haven't actually caught a shiny legendary yet, unless you count the Tapu Koko event, because in Gen 7 all the legendaries are shiny locked, and Gen 7 is the only game I've hunted in before this one. My first shiny though was a shiny Ditto that I caught in Pokemon Sun, and the story behind it is basically I did all this research for catching a shiny Ditto. You know, how to set up the chains so they didn't break, this like specific team you had to set up with a specific moveset in order to make sure you never KO'd the Ditto that you were trying to chain off of, to make sure none of the other Dittos copied you. All this stuff for a shiny Ditto, because I wanted a shiny Rowlet, and I figured, hey, if one of the parents is shiny, the offspring will more likely be shiny, which isn't the case at all. So I did all my research for how to set up something that I didn't research at all, because I didn't even look into Masuda method before that. So that's why I ended up with a shiny Ditto as my first shiny. Gen 4 is not the black sheep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Gen 4 seems to, like, I don't know, I guess it's kind of the case with all the Pokemon games, though. You know, they all seem really polarizing at this point, because you have people who are more akin to Gen 1ers, who are basically, any change is terrible, the games are super easy. There's like a lot of people, it's not all Gen 1ers, but it's like the vocal minority just like hate any hand-holdiness, all this stuff. They don't want the story to be as in-depth, they just want to battle Pokemon, and I get that. But then there are also people who like appreciate the stories, and everyone who, it always seems like whatever game you start playing is the game that you love the most, just because the nostalgia to it. It's the brand new experience of Pokemon. You don't know any different. You could start someone on Gen 2 right now, or probably not like Gen 2, but you could start someone like Gen 3 right now, and they would probably love it. You know, they'd think it's the best gen. Just because, like, as long as the graphics are updated enough to not be like, what's going on? Which I found to be an issue. Like, if you go back to play Gen 1 or something and you haven't played any kind of original Game Boy game, it just kind of looks bad, but that's just because that's what games looked like at the time. Sorry for spam. Were you spamming, Grungy? I did not see any. Any tips for shiny hunting in Fire Red? Unfortunately, I don't have any tips for that, aside from maybe if you do it through breeding or whatnot. That's the only way you can guarantee the Pokemon you're getting, unless you're doing a wild encounter. Because Fire Red doesn't have any of the RNG issues that Emerald does, which also means you don't have shiny frames to manipulate. So yeah, in every game before Gen 4, it's basically just pure luck if you get a shiny or not. Gen 4 is where they finally added a way to chain Pokemon, and Gen 6 is where they finally added, or where they cut the odds so that it was 1 in 4,096 instead of 8,192. So basically they doubled your chances of getting a shiny in Gen 6. But before Gen 4, it's basically just always 1 in 8,000 if you get a shiny or not. OGs, you're back! You were saying you have not missed much in terms of the Pokemon hunt, but you may have missed some people talking in chat. I don't know, but yeah, we haven't seen a shiny Zigzagoon or Treecko yet. We're just resetting our save, and then we'll be on our way to encounter number 5,000, which is just crazy. What's my favorite starter? Yours is Turtwig. My favorite starter is Rowlet. Alright, see you later, Grungy Games. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Which games should you do a Nuzlocke on? I'm not sure. Personally, I'd probably say, like, one of the Gen 3 games, honestly. Just because at that point you have the graphics that are new enough, but you don't have to be running on, like, a DS emulator or anything. Because, like, I've always found Game Boy emulators, you know, obviously because they're lower power, run so much smoother than any time I've tried a DS emulator. You think every third-gen game has broken RNG, as a lot of the internal battery is dead. So, yeah, I guess you have, like, Ruby or Sapphire, it might be the case, but Fire Red and Leaf Green don't have an internal battery. I'm actually not even sure. Like, I haven't done the research. I've heard people say it, and I'm inclined to believe them. But Emerald's the only one that has a broken RNG by default. And Ruby and Sapphire, like, shouldn't because of the battery. But there's a chance that, like, if the battery dies, it acts like Emerald. But if he was asking about Fire Red, then there isn't any amount of, there isn't any kind of way to manipulate the game to get a shiny. There's just encounter Pokemon, soft reset. That's all you really got. Nathaniel Black, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Alright, see you later, Amanda. Am I afraid of anything? Heights. As ironic as being someone who's 6'6" is to be afraid of heights, I am terrified of heights. Should you do a randomizer Nuzlocke? Go for it, Android Play. Go for it. I want to do one at some point too. It seems like it'd be really entertaining. Like a complete new way to play the game, and everything's always going to keep you on your toes. If I ever do a randomizer Nuzlocke, what Pokemon game would you do it on? Would I do it with Megas in the game or no? I don't know. I'd have to look in and see how well my computer could run like a 3DS emulator or something. That might be fun to do. I know I could get Gen 3 or something between Gen 1 and Gen 5 working easily. I'd have to look and see if I could like get a 3DS emulator running smoothly enough on my computer to run it well, and then also capture it and stream it, because all of those things, or at least capture it, maybe not stream it, but like any of those things takes away, like uses CPU power. Yeah, Fire Red, Leaf Green have no battery issue because they do not have batteries in them. Does Treecko like have a phobia of being shiny? Maybe this one does, Pokemaster. Maybe this one does. Will I hunt second gen starter in Heart Gold Soul Silver? That hunt will be rather quick. I want to do that, Oscar. The only problem is I do not have a way to capture DS games. Because I want to use legitimate cartridges so I can trade them up eventually. But in order to do anything past Gen 3, I would need preferably a 3DS capture card, or at least a 2DS, 3DS capture card, something like that, because I can't record DS games off my GameCube. But yeah, that would be a much quicker hunt, just because you can see all three at once. You don't want any Pokemon to die? That is a good wish. Cordy Banana 11, what's up? How strong is my Pokemon in Omega Ruby? I don't have a save in Omega Ruby right now. Like, it has the save that was on it from GameStop. I think. I may have, or I guess I take that back. I started and I played like 5-10 minutes. Haven't even made it to Roxanne. I literally own all of Gen 6, and I've only beaten Alpha Sapphire. But I own all of it because one day after, hopefully I get, and I want to at some point, get a 3DS capture card. It's just, it's freaking expensive. I want to be able to, like, hunt for a shiny national dex in that game and stream that. That would, in my opinion, be super fun to do. But, like I said, I can't just on a whim go out and drop, like, $600 on a 3DS capture card. You really love watching my streams? That's awesome! I appreciate that, Red Charizard. Oh, you're gonna do some wonder trading. Hope you get something good, Pokemaster. I'm so nervous, guys. I'm so nervous that I'm gonna reset over this shiny. Like, I look at all of them, but I feel like I'm gonna be like, oh, hey. And instead of, like, hitting A to continue the battle, I'm gonna just soft reset out of habit. What are my thoughts on Gen 8 starters? Yours is a mammoth, a monkey, and a bear. I haven't thought towards Gen 8 at all. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon aren't even out. And I'm trying to hold back speculation on those. Even though there are so many potential, like, hints inside the games inside Sun and Moon already. I haven't thought about, you know, what they could choose as their, like, inspiration for Pokemon in Gen 8. I don't know. I don't know if they do another monkey though, because they already had Chimchar. I guess they could do it for a different. They wouldn't necessarily be fire, but I'm not sure. Would I freak out if I run across multiple shinies in like a horde battle or Heart Gold Soul Silver Star Run? That would be insane. The odds for that are already so low to get a shiny in the first place, but to get 2, oh, I would freak out, and I would... Oh man, I don't know what I would do, because I don't want to not get any shiny that I see. But I would have to, like, even if I failed and like lost both, like I'd lose 2 or I'd lose 1. And I don't know if I'd be able to like choose if they're different. I don't know what I would do. I would freak out though. Like that would be insane. Oh, you're trying to get the National Dex in Pokemon Diamond, but you need to see a Drifblim and Wormadam. You have the Rylou. Alright. You were playing Pokemon Diamond and made your Bidoof your HM slave. I think that's kind of the fate for all Bidoofs, unfortunately. Lucario Games, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Red Shirts, do I have any pets? I have 2 dogs. Well, my family has 2 dogs. They're upstairs right now. Pokemaster's getting close to doing this Wonder Trade. Welcome back, Joey Brophy. You made an Onyx and HM Slave and Diamond. Alright. You're sending a Rattata. Oh no. I'd honestly feel bad for them if they like sent out something really good and they get a Rattata in return. You got a Sneasel. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. And it's not like they sent you some kind of like shiny Dragonite or something and you just... Here's a Rattata. You have Pokemon Platinum, it's hard to beat Cyrus, so I haven't like beaten Platinum yet. I started it, but I kind of took a little bit of a break to play more Sun, and then I started playing on my Switch. You found a shiny Pidgey in Fire Red. Oh, you wish. Aw, man. I was getting really hyped there for a second, Android Play. I better go insane when I get this thing. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just because... At this point, this hunt is so far beyond what any other hunt I've done. My previous longest hunt was an SOS Chain in Sun at like over 1,600 encounters, which was already crazy to me, and we're about to pass 5,000. We're less than 30 encounters away from encounter 5,000, which is just... It's kind of ridiculous. So I honestly don't know how I'm going to react, because it's my longest hunt, it's my first full odds hunt. It's the first hunt I've done on stream. So this is going to be crazy when we get it. Mini boss, 30 encounters to reach 5,000. 5,000 hype, guys. Like, we are getting so close to that milestone. Hopefully we can get this Treecko soon, though. I would perfectly be okay with never reaching 5,000 if the Treecko popped up, like, right now, for say. That would have been... Like, I'd be okay with that. You know. I can live with not getting to encounter 5,000 if we end up with a shiny Treecko. What Pokemon is a fire type and is a chicken and starts with a T? I mean, Torchic, right? No? If a hunt lasts too much longer, you'd be like... If a hunt lasts too much, would you be like, OMG, I've seen 20,000 Pokemon via random encounter. I think I should make a sanctuary to the RNG guy. Just sacrifice something. Start sacrificing, like, Pokemon cards. make like a pentagram around the GameCube with all of my Pokemon cards. There we go. What is the hardest champion? I had the most issues with Steven, I want to say. Just stumbled onto the stream the other day. Awesome. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. Got a good time. Almost 5,000. Yeah, Flooper. We are really close here, which is... I honestly, like I've said I've been prepared for this thing to go on to tens of thousands, but I honestly never expected it in reality to go to 5,000. Like, this is just crazy. This is crazy now. Maybe I can get the Treecko this time. I hope so, Lucario Games. I'm really hoping we get this thing soon. Sorry, Charlie, got a speed. He came back. Any luck yet? Unfortunately, no, man. We haven't seen a shiny Treecko or a shiny Zigzagoon, which in the case of not seeing a shiny Treecko, it's kind of good news, because otherwise, if I was still streaming for a Treecko, it means I would have had to reset over it. But, yeah, we haven't seen any shinies, so no shiny frames as of yet. Hopefully we can get one soon, though. Imagine giving up to, like, 5,000 encounters and then finding a random encounter Zigzagoon. Like, just switching over to Fire Red, and then immediately, like, Charmander, or... Oh, yeah. Or, like, putting the game down for a while, doing something else, and then coming back, and literally the first encounter again is a shiny Treecko. That would... Yeah, that'd kind of stink, but... Honestly... If we get the shiny Treecko at some point, I'll just be happy. Ruby was your first game, you had a Sceptile versus Steven, and it was really hard, but rewarding. Agreed, yeah, I had a Sceptile against Steven in Alpha Sapphire, because when I originally played Gen 3 as a kid, I'd never actually beat the Elite Four, because I didn't understand typing, and I always had a really mismatched team that would just get crushed by one type. Like, one type would wipe my whole team. You're predicting 5,003 Andrew play. Alright. Flooper Squid with 5,001. We'll see. We are 20 away from encounter 5,000 now, guys. This is just insane. You got a Magikarp? Oh no, Pokemaster. You found a full odds shiny Machop in your Soul Silver yesterday. Nice, Flooper. That's awesome. I've only randomly encountered 3 shinies, like, in my entire time of playing. And all of them have been after getting the shiny Charm Sun, so it's already, you know, at least mildly better odds. You're gonna find an Emerald randomizer? Alright, Android play. Hopefully that should be pretty fun to play. Doing like a randomizer Nuzlocke, it'll keep like you on your toes and stuff, and that's why I want to do it at some point. It's just, it'll be a different way to play Pokemon. What Pokemon is legendary and a fire type in Pokemon Emerald? I feel like this is a trick question. I don't know why. Why am I blanking on this? I'm playing Emerald right now. Because I want to say Groudon's Pure Ground and Rayquaza's Pure Dragon. I feel like those are the two that it would be between. And I'm going to seem really dumb because I'm streaming Emerald right now and I can't name what it is. Is it actually Groudon Lucario? That's what I thought, but I felt like that would have been like a trick and it was just going to be Pure Ground. Name a Pokemon that's flying and ghost, but not Decidueye because Grass Ghost. Flying and ghost, is there just a... Is there a flying ghost type? Hope I get it at like $49.94. You just got a shiny Paras in Heart Gold. Nice, Oscar. It would be awesome if we could get this thing really quick, or if we got it like a palindrome number like that too. Can I check it out when it comes out? Sure, enjoy play. Your only shinies were a Flygon, Sandslash, and a Yanma. Are they good ones? I mean, every shiny is a good one to me. Personally, I just like collecting all shinies. If I can get one copy of each Pokemon as shiny, that is my goal. Rayquaza's Dragon Flying, that's what I thought, you know. I felt like maybe it's going to be Dragon Fire or something. It is Groudon? Okay. I knew Ground, and I immediately thought Groudon, but I'm like, no, Groudon's ground. That's what, you know, Team Magma wants to expand the Earth. But at the same time, they're Magma, so it's like, it has to be fire. I don't know, I overthought it. That's something that I tend to do. Groudon's fire ground, but only when it Mega Evolves. Okay. You need to find a Ditto so you can breed your starters. Yeah, I'm assuming you're in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so Mount Hokalani, one place to get them. Yeah, Ghost of Flying doesn't exist, I don't think. Alright, see you later, Luis. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Is Drifblim really Ghost Flying? I thought it was just Ghost. Would it not be Dragon Lucario games? Don't breed with a Ditto, the Pokemon are born. Where's Ditto and Sun and Moon? Mount Hokalani. Your only shiny was a Woobat. Alright, yeah. I mean, any shiny is a good shiny. Even like the Red Gyarados that everyone gets. It's still a shiny, and I don't even have that one. I have a Red Gyarados, but I don't have the one from Lake of Rage. It's like the stamp to show that you played Johto. Pokemaster show. It's hard to throw Pokeballs into your heart, though. Great Raichu Shocks. What Pokemon do I hate? I don't really hate any Pokemon. If there had to be like I can't specifically name a Pokemon because I don't have issues like directly with any Pokemon. But in general, like the group of Pokemon that were kind of designed more based off of urban and artificial stuff, like Pokemon that kind of get the same flack that Trubbish does. You know, all the ones that are like, oh, they're acidic gears or something. You know, those kind of Pokemon, overall, I don't mind them. But just in general as a group, they feel off from the rest of the designs of Pokemon. I understand why. There's only a certain number of animal Pokemon you can design. Does anyone know how much it costs to get Pokemon Bank for a little while? It costs $5 for a year. Yeah, OG's just said. Yeah, $5 for a year, and if you don't renew it, they don't delete the Pokemon, you just have to renew to access them again. The Lucario game's your first shiny as a Red Gyarados? Alright, yeah. You like grass Pokemon, but hate grass type. Weak against grass itself. Bug, flying, poison, steel, and fire. Yeah, grass Pokemon, there are a lot of like good ones to me in there. I don't have a problem with the typing, because again, I'm not super competitive. In this case, the typing kind of works a little bit better to choose the grass type, because you know, then you still have the advantage in the first gym, plus instead of Mudkip where you were 4 times a week to May the whole time, you were just regularly like 2 times. And then also a lot of my favorite starters are the grass starters, so mildly biased towards them. You got a Delmice? Awesome, Pokemaster! If I can get shinies in the Pokewalker, it'd be awesome to have a shiny flying or swimming Pikachu. Those would be pretty cool to have like the specialties of shinies, but those are like locked in every stat imaginable. Is Klefki banned in Sun and Moon competitive play? I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't see a reason as to why it would be, but again, I don't follow competitive too much. It's like, I know things like legendaries are banned from the battle tree and whatnot. Who's my favorite gym leader? That's an interesting one. Give me a second to think. Oh, excuse me. Favorite gym leader? Interesting. Still thinking. Can I count Guzma from Sun and Moon? Because it's not technically a gym, but Poe House is like the closest thing to a normal gym structure. Otherwise, I would have to go back to the classics and say Brock or Misty. Crash Waker because puzzles. Yeah, if we're including like the gym as a whole, I would say Wallace from Gen 3. You think Treecko is shiny? You think the Treecko is shiny when I send it out? We'll see. We'll see, Lucario. Whether is a ban from the battle tree? Yeah, so if you walk into the battle tree and you have Segalia or Lunala in your party, you can't battle. Unless you get to a certain, at least in certain divisions. Like, I haven't played enough to, like, unlock any of the higher tiers. So, like, the default tier when you walk in, Segalia at least is banned. Anyone else struggle bad with the battle against Brawler? I didn't have many issues, but I was kind of prepared for fighting types. You have a shiny Geodude. Nice, Great Raichu Shocks. Found 3 Pokemon Emerald randomizers. Awesome Android play. wait, Barboach evolves in a Wishcast. What is the source? Yeah, that's kind of a weird, like, evolution from essentially an eel to what's basically a whale. Like a small whale. Or a koi, I guess. More a koi fish than anything. Then I know that Nickly is even smaller than a 10-year-old boy, and Lucario is the same size as Vivillon, Alomomola, and Vileplume. Deck sizes make those... Yeah, deck sizes always seem the most inconsistent and not logical things. Name a shiny that you see and think that you can do a better shiny than that Pokemon. Gengar. Just make the regular shiny Gengar's palette the same as the Mega Gengar's palette. Would fix everything. Sabrina and Blue are your favorite gym leaders. Okay, Lucario. Awesome. You caught a shiny Barboach and you named it Sea Sausage. There you go, Flipper Squid. 5K hype. We are very close. I was almost going to miss it, guys. But this is $49.99. Let's see if this one is shiny. Furry Furry, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You are just in time to see Encounter 5000. We have one more to go. Espeon shiny would look amazing if it was gold. That is also kind of true. A lot of the evolutions have kind of meh shinies in my opinion. Umbreon is being like one of the few exceptions. Umbreon and Sylveon I think look good, but the other ones just, and especially Espeon's being like bright green. Alright though guys, Encounter 5000 right now. 5000 hype guys. This is getting insane. Hopefully this one will be shiny, but moment of truth right now. Unfortunately, though, Treecko wasn't shiny, guys. So we're going to keep going on. Got to reset the save. But we just passed Encounter 5000, which is insane. It is crazy. Alola or Original Raichu? I like Alola Raichu. Yeah, guys, rip. Unfortunately, 5000 wasn't shiny. So we're going to keep going here. We still got over an hour and a half left in the stream. Hopefully we can get it in that time. I need to beat all the trials to do the President Lucamine events. What are the President Lucamine events? Do you mean like the Ultra Beast ones? Supernova Craft, welcome back to the stream. 5003, we'll see Android play. We'll see. 5005 will be it. Alright. Possibly. We'll see, guys. I've messed that up twice now, but we're all good. You're guessing 5014? We'll see, OGs. Android Taylor, can you play with me? You can play along if you want. It's a single-player game, and I don't have another way to play with people, but feel free to shiny hunt yourself or do whatever while you watch. That's what I tend to do when I shiny hunt outside of streams, is just watch other streamers while I do it. Ditto is where? Ditto is at Mount Hokulani, which is on the 3rd island. The face when you're 10 levels behind in your playthrough of the Gen 2 remakes. I mean, if you have if you know how to play, you can, you know, stay above water like that. Favorite gym leader is Brock. Nothing beats a jelly-filled gym leader. There you go. Sun DXD, welcome to the stream. You found a Ditto? Awesome, Pokemaster. Hopefully you can start breeding some shinies. What's up? You just got back from working out. Welcome to the stream. Still do not know Korean, so I cannot pronounce your name. But welcome back. Figure gaming, do I play Smash Brothers? Not regularly, but if I'm hanging out with some friends and we have a Wii U or something, I'll play. Why do the champions and all that exist? I guess it's just it's kind of easier to do that than it is to do, like, a whole championship in a tournament in Pokemon in the games. But the games also came first, so Elite Four came before the game, before the anime. So I don't know why they didn't do it that way, but I guess it was a way for Ash to essentially keep losing. Shadow Ball is a physical move. Gen 3. Gen 3 is really weird about physical special. It's all based on type. It's not based on the move's actual physicality or not. You've actually never bred Pokemon before. Well, today's your lucky day to hear that Gen 7 is probably the easiest one to breed in out of all of them. If you have, I think it's called the Oval Charm, it makes breeding a lot easier. I think you just have to beat the director of Game Freak, who is located on the second island for that. And then you literally go sit outside the nursery and run around in circles on Tauros until the nursery lady crosses her arms. Then you pick up the egg and keep running. That's basically all you do. Just run in circles right there. And when she crosses your arm, you know she has an egg. You're Masudaing for a shiny Skarmory. Alright. Good luck. Good luck, Figure Gaming. Yeah, I need to actually start hunting again in Sun. I have a Masuda method hunt that I'm like in the middle of. I started breeding for Cranidos at like the beginning of the summer. Which is crazy to think was like 2.5 months ago that I started that. And I just kind of stopped in the middle because I wanted to like actually do a hunt. Plus I started work and my shiny hunting has kind of fell off while I was in my internship. But Masuda method is not my favorite because it's just, you know, running in circles all the time. But I mean, it's not to say it isn't a good method of getting Pokemon though. I've gotten quite a few shinies that way. 3 copies of each of the starters in those games, plus a Minior and a Wimpod and Golisopod, so Masuda method isn't a very effective way of getting stuff. You named your Ditto Shiny Maker, alright! The only way for it to be better would have been if it was a Masuda method usable Ditto. But basically another region Ditto. You got Shiny Machop on the 12th encounter! First ever shiny that's not trading. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Where's the Game Freak dude again? So, if you go to the second island, it's one of the buildings right by the Pokemon Research Lab. I don't remember what building it is exactly, though. I think it's like, if you just go down that one main street, this is the farthest east before the road turns. Adriel, Andrade, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, I have a feeling I did, but welcome to the stream. Figure Gaming, well, I post on streams. I am planning to, but the main thing I have planned for that so far, which is a shiny badge quest in Pokemon Emerald, will require me to get through this stream before I can start actually recording. You're training in a cave in Pokemon Fire Red and found a shiny Zubat while training. Awesome, Aiden. That is... Yeah, leveling up Pokemon and just, in general, grinding is where I found most of my random encounter shinies. That's when you're running around in the grass the most. Flooper Squid, next one will be shiny? We will see. We will see. 503 right now, or 5003 right now. Magnezone or Metagross? Metagross. Supernova Craft, you're saying it's not going to be 503? We'll see. We'll see. Unfortunately, though, Supernova Craft was correct, and 5003 was not shiny. Now it's a Crobat. There you go. Leveling up and evolving that shiny. Crobat looks pretty cool shiny, I think. Not shiny, feels bad. Yeah, feels bad, man. But hey, for everyone that's not a shiny, we're getting one closer to the shiny. So the plan for naming it is the default name is Corndog. But if someone guesses the exact number that the shiny encounter happens on, and they are in the stream at the time, they get to nickname the shiny. You're on the GTS to get Litten in order to fill up your decks, and when you got it, it was 5 IVs and Adamant. You're still not going to use it. I don't know about the natures, but the 5 IVs, that's awesome. It's pink? Yeah, it is pink. I think it looks pretty cool, though. Because what, Zubat and Golbat are both just, like, greenish, right? You found the Game Freak guy? Awesome. I think you just have to battle. You can battle him once a day. And I think if you beat him, the first time you beat him, he gives you, like, the Oval Charm. Your next encounter is 63,137. Hopefully it doesn't take that long, Flooper Squid. I would really like to finish the hunt before that. Brazil is here. Welcome, Brazil. It is awesome to see the international audience that tunes into this stream. You're turning on Pokemon X? Alright. Gonna do some shiny hunting or just playing through the story? I still need to actually play through the story of Kalos. Especially if I want to beat the game essentially twice, once for each game, and then shiny hunt in it. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't found it yet either. We literally just passed encounter 5,000, which is crazy. I was hoping we would have caught it before even like encounter 1,000, you know? Get it relatively early. Because like I said, my longest hunt before this was only 1,600, which now seems like nothing, but then felt like forever. Mao, you're Greek! Well, welcome to the stream. Like I said, it's so cool seeing like how international this audience is. Game Freak guy is hard. Yeah, he's pretty difficult. Generally, though, if you've beaten the game before getting to him, he's not too bad. He's still not a pushover, but yeah. You call yourself a Pokemon Master, but don't know what. That's fine, you know. I mean, I'm literally streaming Pokemon, and I couldn't tell you half of the stuff about Pokemon. Yeah, it makes it that much more special when you finally have it. Exactly. Mao, thank you for the sub. Yeah, that's where it's kind of going to be like, you know, even the ones that like catch really quickly, or just like an average hunt, it's to the point that's just kind of like, oh hey, when I catch it, when I'm doing SOS chaining and stuff. But that doesn't change how like awesome the feeling is inside to like, I got another shiny. And then when they take forever, they take like a week, and it finally shows up and you're just like, holy crap. It's the shiny. We finally got the shiny. That's always so much fun. I just can't imagine what... We've passed 5,000. I can't imagine what it's going to be like once we actually get this thing. Alright, see you later, Android Play. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Can we talk about how hard X and Y's Elite Four was? Go for it. I haven't heard too much about it because I haven't really played that much. I haven't gotten that far. I've gotten to like the 3rd gym, maybe. Not even sure if I made it to the 3rd gym. People wonder what region Sun and Moon is. Alola. I didn't know that people actually like wondered what it was. It's just Alola. Yeah. Yeah. But Ash's Rowlet really showed his best. I definitely want to watch it. If for nothing else, I need to watch the entire anime just to get to Ash's Rowlet. Alright, see you later, Nuno. Thanks for tuning into the stream. XY Elite Four is easy? Oh, okay. Alright, scene of it, Supernova Craft. Pokemon anime now seems very childish. Yeah, they swapped up the art style a lot, and I don't really like it. I like some of the kind of like reactions and like the animation of it from what I've seen isn't terrible, but the actual like art style I do not like. Oh, you know it's for kids. Obviously it is for kids, but it just kind of felt like, looking at every iteration of the series, they kept making the art style more detailed. I guess kind of more mature in a way. So I guess I can see why they wanted to tone it back, but they toned it back so weirdly. Like, they went from this at least mildly serious, like, polished anime to what I would feel like I'd see, like, on some, like, children's animation show on public broadcasting. What's up, Lucas? Welcome to the stream! However, I am removing the comment for at least mildly close to profanity. Nelson Alfonso, I will get the shiny. Thank you. I hope we get it this stream. That would be awesome. Blizzy, welcome back to the stream. Do you think Ash is always reset after every season? I think he kind of, in a way, he is. Like, he's never not 10. But he always just keeps moving on and at least feeling to have gained something. Like, I haven't seen enough of the anime to actually know, but I feel like there are at least some things that carry over between seasons. Because it's for kids, but now you're mature, which makes you not like very childish. Well, no, what I mean is like they completely flipped the art style on its head, and like Indy said, it's always been a child's show. It's not like that suddenly changed this season. It's just it's completely their choice, and it's not like deal breaking or anything. But it just kind of feels weird for them to change the art style that much, and it just feels so much less polished. Emmanuel Carrillo, welcome to the stream. You've almost completed the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. You need 100 more. Like, 100 more Pokemon? That's awesome now. You want me to get the shiny and be a successful YouTuber? Thank you, yeah, I hope I get the shiny too, and I hope, like, more people, like, find these streams and watch them, because it's always cool seeing new people in here. Stephanie says, can't believe you're still at it. What shiny did it take the longest to get? You subscribed third day. Awesome. Thank you for the sub, by the way. You've been going... Fear must be fate, so here. Alright. Yeah, so, this is my longest hunt by far. This is my first, like, streamed hunt, and this is my longest hunt. It's the only time I've ever done a full odds hunt. Before this, the longest hunt I had was an SOS chain for a young goose in my copy of Sun. And that took... at the time, what felt like a massive number of encounters at 1,600. So now looking at it, that's nothing. You know, we've over tripled that at this point, and this hunt's taken, you know, over a month now. That hunt took less than a week. It's just crazy. What is my favorite shiny? Nelson Fonset. My favorite shiny is Shiny Milotic. When I saw, well, like, because originally I played Gen 3, so Feebas and Milotic were always like this super rare Pokemon to have. And Milotic looked great anyways, that was kind of the whole aesthetic, is for it to look amazing compared to Feebas. So it always looked good, and it was always one of my top Pokemon. And then the shiny form of it is so much better though, just because it swaps the red for blue and the blue tail for a gold tail, and that blue and gold together just looks so nice. So that's why Milotic is like my favorite shiny. Who do I think is the best Kanto starter? Personally, I am a Squirtle fan. Hashtag Squirtle Squad. Yeah, I've always had an affinity for water and grass types over fire types, which is probably why I don't like why Charmander and Charizard aren't like my favorite evolution line. But Squirtle is my favorite just because it was my first starter ever, like flat out. Because Fire Red was my first game, and I immediately picked Squirtle. Now, what's my favorite Pokemon game? That would probably be Pokemon Sun, just because of the sheer number of hours I have in it, mixed with the, mixed with how good the story was, in my opinion. Do I recommend you ordering Chinese? Dude, Chinese sounds so good right now. Nelson Afonso, what is my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon of all time is Rowlet. As soon as I saw, like, promotional stuff for Sun and Moon, I knew I was picking Rowlet as my starter. And once I did, I just realized it was even more adorable than I had originally thought. And then messing with it in Pokemon Refresh just skyrocketed it to the top of my list. It's like when you pass a year at school, always repeat, just let the summer wipe your whole memory. You got a shiny Milotic from Wonder Trade 3 years ago. Oh man, you lost it. That stinks. Yeah, I caught mine in Pokemon Sun, just because that was the easiest way to get it. Yeah, Salvatore, just go to Raftel's place, get some of his Chinese food. Did I know Squirtle became a Spanish meme? I think it just became a meme everywhere, didn't it? Well, people wouldn't exist if it... Well, people wouldn't even exist if Pokemon did. Like, Pokemon just wipe out humanity. That would probably actually be what happened, to be completely honest. Game Freak Guy was defeated. Awesome, Pokemaster. So hopefully now you have the Oval Charm, which makes breeding Pokemon go a lot faster. Andrew Taylor, do I like Sun and Moon? I love Sun and Moon. The story was fantastic, and it's the first game I've ever shiny hunted in. So, like, I have 850 hours in it, as well as like 93 shinies in it at this point. So you could say I like it. What will I do after I get the Treecko? So after I get the Treecko, if we get it and we still have time in the stream, like more than 30 minutes or so, like 45 minutes, something like that. If we have more time in the stream to hunt another thing, I will be hunting a shiny Charmander in my copy of Leaf Green. And in the long run, what will end up happening is Emerald will become a cartridge I do shiny badge quests on, or we'll do a shiny badge quest on, which means I'm going to be doing a lot of like pre-recorded Let's Plays for all the story, as well as a bunch of shiny hunts, because shiny badge quests require you to catch a shiny before every major battle. So like this Treecko will count as the battle with May for the first time. Then I have to catch another one before I battle Roxanne for the first time, and then continuing on like that. So there will be a lot of shiny hunts in Pokemon Emerald to come once we get to the actual badge quest. But first things first, we have to catch the shiny Treecko. Hector Kazarin, welcome to the stream. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Oh, so it became its own other meme. Like in America, and I think worldwide it just kind of became like Squirtle Squad, like Squirtle with those sunglasses on. What's my favorite water starter, except for Squirtle? Probably Mudkip. I think dinosaurs were just scientists covering up for Pokemon existing. They found Dragon-type Pokemon in the ground. They're just like, no, let's... They were lizards that existed a long time ago and are now related to birds. Alright, see you later, Pokemaster. Thanks for tuning in the stream, and hope you are able to have some luck with breeding. What's my favorite Fire-type Pokemon? I would have to say Growlithe or Arcanine, I think. If I use Venusaur, then use Leech Seed, then any poisoning move, it'll take away 40% instead of 20%. Okay. In Red, Blue, Yellow. Alright. I did not know about that mechanic. What is my favorite shiny starter? Favorite shiny starter would probably actually be Treecko. Treecko or Litten. It's pretty close. Litten's just like that white base of a palette swap. Looks like really cool to me. But then Treecko is like one of my favorite starters anyways. The red tail looks awesome. We're hunting for it now. Which starter would I pick for each gen? So Gen 1, Squirtle. Gen 2, I'd probably pick Totodile. Gen 3, I'd pick Treecko. Gen 4, I'd pick Piplup. Gen 5, I really don't know. Maybe Oshawott. I'm not sure, just because water. Gen 6, Froakie. Gen 7, Rowlet. 5067 is going to be shiny. We will see. Cody Scroggins, welcome back to the stream. You like shiny Charizard? Alright, yeah, shiny Charizard's pretty good. I think Jacob Reyes a few streams ago pointed out, like, shiny Charizard used to look a lot different. Like, it literally used to look like an inverted Dragonite shiny. Which was okay, but it kind of looks better, I think, when they changed it. If Pokemon are real, battling would be considered unethical and made probably. To be completely honest, yeah. And with the fact that Pokemon can actually communicate, like, I think it would just be a whole mess. What's my favorite bug poison type? That's a really narrow type, I think. It's hard, like, I can think of a lot of like types, but I can't think of like the dual typings. Sorry for that yawn, guys. Is Weedle bug poison? Like, I'm not trying to just generically name one, but Weedle was... I remember Weedle as being one of the first Pokemon I knew outside of, like, the iconic Pikachu and Charizards. Bailey, do I need a mod for my stream chats or no? I actually have 2 right now, or 3 right now. Unfortunately, one's at work, but I think 2 are actually watching the chat right now. I've seen them pop in and out. Currently, the streams haven't seemed to be too bad, and, like, they haven't seemed to overwhelm us. But if it gets to that point, I'll probably pick someone that I feel like I can trust. Thanks for the offer, though. It's just, like, it's not just gonna be like I'm not gonna give it out. I'm just gonna, like, as I need to, I will add them, and it's definitely gonna be people that I like know have been here for a while, and I feel like I can trust and will like mod as I wish, essentially. All right, Queen of the Castle, yeah, still here. So we do have mods in the chat right now. Do I have a shiny Magikarp? I do have a shiny Magikarp. Have I watched Pokemon Rusty? I have. That is some of the funniest Pokemon stuff I've watched. You like Beedrill as bug poison? Okay, there you go. Player goes to see Professor Oak after completing the Pokedex. I see, but one small thing. We found 100 more. Yeah, suddenly all these Pokemon appeared arbitrarily right after you completed collecting all of them. Smashes Pokedex against the ground, walks home. What was my first shiny, and what's the story behind it? So my first shiny was a shiny Ditto, and the story behind it is, I wanted a shiny Rowlet. And in my mind, I just thought, you know, if I'm going to be breeding, I'm going to have to breed for it anyways. I guess there might be a chance of it increasing the odds of it being shiny if I breed with a parent that's shiny. So I'll hunt for a shiny Ditto. Ditto was also kind of cool, and I was planning on going for like a living dex anyways in terms of shinies. So catching it wasn't going to be a waste no matter what, even if it didn't actually help. But so I was like, if it increases the odds, that's cool. Otherwise, I know there's probably not a way to increase odds. So I hunted for this Ditto, and I did all the research into how to set up like a level 1 Klefki for it to transform into that only knew Recycle, how to set up a Garbodor so it knew Substitute, and all these poison moves that wouldn't hurt the Klefki. I did all of this work, caught the shiny Ditto, and then finally looked up breeding to increase shiny rates, and found out Masuda method's a thing. So in the time that I went for this Ditto, I could have booted up my copy of Moon, set it to Japanese, gotten to Mount Hokalani, and caught a Ditto that was Japanese and traded it over. But hey, I still ended up with a shiny Ditto at the end of the day, so there's not much to complain about there. Would you like Rockruff as a pet? It would be a pretty cool dog to have. I'm a dog person, so I could live with a rock doggo. You may look for shiny Magikarp and Diamond after you get Drifloon. Good luck. I actually really like shiny Magikarp. The gold looks like the gold color is pretty fitting for it. What's my favorite pseudo-legendary and what's my favorite legendary? Favorite pseudo-legendary is probably Metagross or Salamence. Probably Metagross though. And favorite legendary is Rayquaza. Goodra or Garchomp? Garchomp. Am I trying to get a shiny? Am I gonna try to get a shiny Rayquaza? I will try that, Nelson. Before that though, I have to play through the game, and that's gonna be divided into like recorded Let's Plays and shiny hunts throughout that. Because like I've said, I'm gonna be doing a shiny badge quest, so there's gonna be a lot of shiny hunts before I get the shiny Rayquaza. But it will happen. You like Rowlet's final evolution because it looks like Green Arrow? Alright, yeah. The Decidueye is pretty cool. The middle evolution's awkward, but a lot of starter middle evolutions are anyways. And also, my like biggest gripe with Dartrix is that it's no longer Rowlet. Like, that's it. That's my only issue with Dartrix, really, is that it's not Rowlet anymore. The cute little owl sphere evolves, and you're just kind of like, dang it. What's my favorite Pokememe? Yours is, you like Mudkips? Probably that, or something with Squirtle Squad. You're from Brazil? Welcome, Antonio. Welcome to the stream. You never caught any shiny Pokemon in the games besides in Roblox, but you can find in Minecraft. Oh, so you like Pokemon mods installed. Awesome. Andrew Roach, welcome to the stream, and I hope you're enjoying those nerds. Nerds are delicious. You think Metagross's shiny is so clean, so on point? It is really cool. I need to actually catch one at some point. I just haven't gone for that hunt because with the catch rate of Beldum, it's going to be nerve-wracking to try to catch in Pokeballs. Favorite Steel type? That's... So they keep throwing these questions at me, and I don't have, like... I've never, like, sat down and decided favorites in these types. I'm trying to think, if Metagross is Steel, then Metagross. What was my fastest shiny hunt? Not including my random encounters, which were, like, straight up, I just entered a battle and, oh, hey, shiny. Besides that, closest would be... Or my fastest would probably be a shiny Yungoos, which took 32 encounters. What is my team going to be for the Emerald Let's Play? I don't know, Cody. Like, I'm not one of those guys who plans out my team or anything. Not because, like, just because I don't generally plan that kind of stuff. I just grind, essentially, when I need a level. But what's going to happen here, probably, is, being as I'm going to be catching one Pokemon at a time, I'm not even sure if I can actually determine what Pokemon I'm getting if I'm shiny hunting for them. Basically, it's going to be whatever I catch a shiny first. Just because, to me right now, shiny is a lot more important than team composition, because it's a shiny badge quest. I can level up to make up for any lacking in my team. I can't exactly grind to make the Pokemon shiny, outside of grinding to hunt and catch a shiny Pokemon. Don't I get a shiny Beldum from Steven or something like that? In the remakes, I don't know if it's... I think the shiny was an event. You get a Beldum from Steven, yes. I don't think it's always... I don't think the one in-game's always shiny. Would I stream Pokefind on Minecraft or Pokemon Brick Bronze on Roblox? Maybe. I don't own Roblox. I have Minecraft. But that, again, most of the things that I'm considering are going to not even take effect until after I catch shiny Treecko. I'd have to look into them. For the most part, I'd probably be starting out with just general, like, actual Pokemon games or ROM hacks of Pokemon games. And potentially just branching out into some other games, too. Like, maybe not all Pokemon, but I'm going to look into it. Metagross is shiny, like the one you get from... Does this, like, mean because he's a shiny metal Pokemon? Because this is true. But if you mean, like, the one that you get from Steven, I wasn't aware of that, if it's the case. Have I seen Super Mario Land? I have not, Andrew Roach. Do I want Diamond and Pearl remake or Ultra Sun Ultra Moon? I'm fine with either. I actually kind of like having Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. It makes a lot more sense. Because that way they don't have to... They haven't had to remake Sinnoh into Gen 7's engine. And they don't have to make a new map for Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. They have to, like, tweak a few things, so they don't have to start from scratch. Which means they have a lot more time to put towards developing for the Switch, which is obviously their main priority right now for Gen 8, because Gen 8 is going to be on the Switch. They've already announced that. So I think what's going to happen is they didn't want to put resources into remaking Sinnoh and making the Gen 8 engine and porting to the Switch. So I think all of their resources are on the Switch at this point, aside from the people who are in charge of whatever the tweaks are for Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. And then Gen 8 is going to be awesome on the Switch, and we're going to get Sinnoh in Gen 8. I think that's what's going to happen. Alright, see you later, Mau Mau. Thanks for tuning into the stream. That moment when you're walking around with a Scyther and Heart Gold, and you turn around and click A, and it says, whoa, Scyther suddenly hugged you. That would be painful, I think. Do I plan on buying Diamond for DS or no? Maybe at some point, but it would be like, it wouldn't be a planned buy. It would be I run into it at like a convention and it's fairly cheap in box. Because I have Pearl and Platinum, so it's not like I'm lacking in terms of playing Sinnoh. And I have the newer games, so it's not like I'm necessarily lacking in terms of the Pokedex. Because if I went for a living, like, shiny dex in a game, it would be more likely than not in Gen 6 and up. If I actually went for that. It's just I need a way to capture DS footage. Can we get a shiny Dustox in the badge lock? Maybe. We'll see. It just depends on what I can catch. if Scyther hugged you, your entrails would probably be on the floor. Probably. You love Diamond and Pearl. Hope they get a remake at least eventually. I don't doubt that there will be Sinnoh remakes. It's just I knew that like people were talking about, you know, Pokemon was going to be mainstream for the Switch starting this year or something. That was obviously not going to happen because they have to remake the whole Pokemon engine for the Switch. You know, you can't just basically put the game of Pokemon Sun and Moon on a Switch cartridge, jam it in there, and it work. Obviously, that's not the case. So they had to put a lot of effort into making it work and not be buggy. So I think a lot of their focus went to that instead of making a game that was... Like, if they made Sinnoh remakes, I don't think they would have done them as much justice as they would have wanted to. Because generally the remakes have happened in the middle of a gen. You know, Oras being a little bit of an exception. But, like, Fire Red, Leaf Green happened before Emerald. Heart Gold, Soul Silver happened before Platinum. Oras, there was just no Z of a game. There was no definitive game from Gen 6 in terms of, like, a combination of X and Y. But they weren't switching systems then. Like, they weren't going up to the new system. They weren't going to a Switch then. But now they have to put a lot of their resources into making the Gen 8 engine for the Switch and just in general a new engine. So all their resources are in designing for a UI that works on a TV and works on a single screen again and all of this stuff. And they're not going to split their resources between that and trying to make a good Sinnoh remake. Like, they couldn't do that and release games consistently. So Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is going to be lightweight, probably a director's cut version of Sun and Moon where, like, things that they intended to put in get put in. Stuff like that. You know, maybe some new Alolan forms of Gen 2 Pokemon, stuff like that. Like, simple changes, slightly tweaked story, nothing that they had to spend months and months and months of intensive work with the whole team on. Because most of the team's working on the Switch now, I guarantee it. Risa said, I completely forgot. I remember seeing, oh, 50/50 popped up, and then I went on a ramble about Gen 8. Magmar or Electabuzz? Magmar. You love your Fire Ducks. Agreed. You think you're gonna head out? See you later, Flipper Squid. Thanks for joining into the stream. You're going in 10 minutes? Alright, that's okay. I'm glad you're able to tune in. Do a Pokepon? I'm terrible. I'm good with puns when they aren't, like, on the spot. And when I can just kind of think of it in my head and be clever with it. Pokepuns, though. I don't know, I feel like anyone I made would make you guys Snorlax. Like, literally, that's the only thing I can freaking think of. Yeah, 50, 60. We're getting close, Aiden. We just gotta reset the save. That was really unexpected. There you go, Jessica Bailey. And Jessica Bailey, welcome back to the stream. You will never get the shiny. I hope I get it at some point, Lily. Pidgey or Spearow? Pidgey. Definitely Pidgey. Spearow's just always kind of the jerk. You're absolutely right. Yeah, mine was pretty bad, wasn't it? Alright, guys, we're to the point where we have an hour left. Hopefully we can get this shiny. We'll be so hyped to finally get it this stream. The same stream we passed 5,000 encounters. 5,061! Ooh, Stephanie, one-upping. Hopefully, we'll see, guys. We'll see when we get it. Next time, choose a girl and see if we get the shiny. I can try that, maybe. I can try that once. We will see. I'm not gonna write you a love song. There you go, Hamza. That's a pretty good one. Better shuckle up for this punts. Oh no! Oh no! The chat's gone into full Pokepun mode. Bring on the Pokepuns, guys. OGs, welcome back to the stream. Oh boy, Andrew. Oh boy. Litten is lit. Agreed. Litten is a pretty lit cat Pokemon. Litten's name in itself is a pun. Like, that's almost cheating. It is literally Lit Kitten. What if we do Yo Mama jokes but Pokemon? As long as they're PG, go for it. Can a Blazic kick my butt? Oh, that's... Is that a threat, Cody? Hmm? Oh, jeez. Pokemon puns aren't too great, but they never fail to make me chuckle. Haha. Alright, actually managed to save properly first time. Back to some shiny hunting now. Now guys, we just gotta go into hardcore shiny hunting mode here. Make sure we can get this shiny Treecko before the end of the stream tonight. To make tonight even more hype than it already is, getting past 5,000 encounters, which is just crazy. Ooh, Jessica with the sick burns. I think I read somewhere that, like, just on the move Splash in general, like, I think I read somewhere that it's just like a translation thing that it's called Splash, and it's normally called, like, it was originally called Hop, like, in Japanese it's Hop. Which is why I think one or two other Pokemon know Splash that really shouldn't know a Splash as a move, and it being normal type. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Ooh, with the simple Snorlax one. Saw your mother on Route 12. You want to try and hunt for a shiny Eevee in Pokemon Black 2, but you're so lazy. I get you, Cellular Gamer. I have those days where I just don't want to do it, you know. If it's not going to happen in, like, the first 5 encounters, then it's not worth it right now. But I feel you there. Trying to find a shiny Treecko is the 9th layer. I haven't actually felt, like, too burnt out by this. And I think a lot of that is because I stream it. It's like, it's entertaining to talk to everyone while I do this in the first place. Plus, on top of that, like, I only stream for, like, 3 hours at a time. So the worst, like, fatigue I get out of it is just talking constantly. You know, so like, eventually my voice kind of starts going out, but that's like right at the end of the streams normally. And it's not like I'm sitting here for 10 hours straight doing it to the point I'm burnt out and don't want to do it again for 2 weeks or something. Oh, the 2-for-1 from OGs. And a Rickroll at the same time. Cody Scroggins, who is my favorite rival? My favorite rival is probably May. Like, again, just because I'm essentially a Gen 3er. Where, yeah, Hoenn my favorite region by far. May was my first rival aside from Blue. Like, the first rival that felt more memorable. And then, also my rival when I got back into the games with Gen 6, with Oras. So May, in general, has always like, been part of big Pokemon games for me. Like, games that, like, get me into the series have May. You always look at your shiny Machop for good luck and wish to give me some. Thank you. Yeah, I found that, like, occasionally, for, like, good luck, I'll end up bringing up Cerebi to the page that has the that Pokemon's info page, and just, like, look at the shiny sprite of it. May's too nice. Yeah, that kind of was, like, a complaint with her in a way. Especially with some people in the remakes, especially. Where she just kind of feels like she's there and super nice and doesn't really change at all in the story. Which I can kind of get, yeah. But overall, part of it is because she's so nice. Like, she wasn't just a jerk. Masuda is an executing method. Good one there, Filippo. Good one. Nice, Bailey. That's pretty interesting. Android Play? Yeah, sure, I'll look at it. Remind me on Discord or something so I remember to check it. Like either direct message or just direct message. What you can do is just direct message me when it goes out and you can post it in the Discord. You like Silver from Gold and Silver? There you go. I haven't played Johto, so I don't really have an opinion on Silver. But I've heard good things about, like, kind of the character development he has. MNB Gaming, you subbed. Thank you for the sub. Tony is GOAT. Have I gotten a shiny Zigzagoon yet? No, I haven't. So I haven't gotten any kind of shinies yet, unfortunately, which kind of stinks. Gary, aka Blue Green. Yeah, like, that one's just he's the original. You know, and essentially, like, can't go wrong with saying Blue is your favorite. Just because he is what rivals are based off of in these games. He is the original rival. You're gonna catch Tapu Fini out of nowhere. Good luck. Yeah, I think Fini is the one I had issues with because she just kept restoring her health, which was annoying. Thanks to modern medicine, your grandpa went into the doctor and his hip no longer hurts. That was fantastic. I didn't even realize it was a pun until literally the last. That was good, OGs. Pikachu learns almost every team in the game. Really? Just came back to say I'll have almost 300 subs. That is awesome. If we can pass 300 subs, that would be amazing. Because we only passed 250 like two streams ago, which is crazy. You're gonna make a Pokemon, but you can't Delibird a punchline. Well, good one, Thunder Daniel. Your battery's at 14%. Oh no, Joao. Hopefully you can get to a charger. Otherwise, I understand if you have to leave the stream to keep your phone alive. Who thinks Pikachu is overrated? I kind of agree, Jessica. Pikachu overall is a cool-looking Pokemon. Unfortunately, the shiny doesn't look good, which is kind of a big, like, dock in points in terms of me being a shiny hunter. But I don't have issues with Pikachu, because Pikachu's always been a pretty cool Pokemon. It's just not, like, a super over-the-top amazing Pokemon. It's not my favorites on pretty much any list. Yeah, I imagine you'd be sore from that, Bailey. Like, wrestling's pretty intense. Aiden, you're saying 5,070 or 5,080? Well, I'm assuming you mean 5,080, and that was a correction, being as we have passed 5,070. You're gonna add me on Discord? Alright, Android Play. Yeah. Sounds good, and make sure you're in the Discord chat if you are not already. You're about to get 300 subs? Really? We're that close. That's pretty awesome. Charles is probably more overrated. Honestly, it probably is. When Noah saved all the animals... One came up and said, "Not bad. I'd give your arc a 9." That is, I keep reading yours and wondering what you're talking about, and then realizing you're still making Pokepuns. Like, I think that is the best part about yours, OGs. Is I keep reading, I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh wait, it is a Pokepun. One Poketuber shiny hunted for Treecko, and she got a shiny, and she wasn't looking and accidentally saw it. He said, "That is Candy." If I'm thinking of the same person, it's a Candy. It's a Candy Eevee. And yeah, I watched that video, and then she's kind of the one I'm always talking about when I say, like, it took her 40,000 resets to get back to it, which is just crazy. My favorite Gen 1 starter, yours is Squirtle. Mine is also Squirtle. OGs, you're the best Pokemons. OGs has been on top of the game with these Pokepuns tonight. Like, every single one of them has been on point. Tapu Fini getting the ball. How I felt trying to catch all of the Tapus myself. Yeah, because Tapu Fini kept raising their health back up, so I was like, well, like, catch rate's just getting worse and worse for me every time you restore health. Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he's Googling these, you know. I wouldn't even care. They're all so fantastic. I'm glad that he's sending them. And it's even more impressive if he's coming up with them. Brian Caldwell, you made it to the stream. How's it going? I'm doing pretty well. Still just trying to get this Treecko. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any kind of shinies. So we're still here blindly searching, hoping for a shiny frame, but hopefully we can get it soon. We passed 5,000 encounters tonight, which I find insane that we've made it this far. OG's coming in with even more Pokemon puns. At some point, I feel like you just gotta stop. You've gotta run out at some point. Google autocorrect, I accidentally killed Tapu Koko. At some point, it just realizes you're playing Pokemon. It's just like, yeah, here's what everyone else is messed up with in Pokemon. You're just joining the Discord? Awesome, Android Play. You're Googling most of these, but still entertaining. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even if you come up with just one of them on your own, even you've come up with more than I could. Hope these aren't too far-fetched. Even more Pokepuns. They're never gonna stop. At least you're legit. His are still legit, you know. They're still Pokemon puns. I can still appreciate them. Which one is the oddest looking one? There we go. Aiden coming in with some more Pokepuns. Guys, we're almost up to 5,100 encounters. This is crazy. 5,000 was already almost 100 encounters ago. Like, things go by so fast. Metapod of whales, haha. Dakota Games 1, thank you for the sub. getting ever so much closer to 300 subs, which would be awesome to get tonight. Can't tell you which Pokemon to pick when you upload the first episode. I think that should be your decision, Android. I mean, if you want people, like, in general to bring them up, then sure, I'll, like, voice my opinion, but don't pick one just because I want you to pick it, because I'd be the worst one for picking them. You really need to ask me a question. Oh, boy. Jessica coming in with more puns. Can I ask you a question? I mean, go for it. If you actually want to ask a question, go for it. If you're just making more puns, that's fine too. Your guess is still 51-11. We'll see, George. We're getting pretty close. We're getting pretty dang close. I mean, was Dawn really your rival there, or would it have been Barry? I guess Barry's his, like, canon name, right? Does it show your channel photo? What are on what Android Play? It does in the chat if that's what you're asking. Oh shoot! This one slip up is acceptable. Oh geez, but this is your one strike. Kidding. I bet OGs has a magnaton of Pokepuns. Haha. I'll get a shiny at 10,000. You know that, like, it wouldn't be too bad if we got a Van Bailey. Like, that would be... It wouldn't have been beating the odds, but in terms of a full odds hunt like this, that's actually not too terribly unlucky. There could be worse. Alright, see you later, Cody. Thanks for tuning into the stream, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh yeah, no, I definitely see your icon in the chat here. SM Finkel, you just got a shiny Corsola. Congratulations, shiny Corsola is one of, like, my favorite shinies. It is, like, so cool. Like, the blue on it's so nice, and it being a water type and becoming even more like a water type is pretty cool in my opinion. $5,101. We will see, Aiden. We'll see. We're about 8 away from our save reset, which it looks like we'll have 2 more tonight, including the one that's about to happen. Oh man, Tapu Fini made you black out. RIP. Yeah, I think Tapu Fini is the one out of the 4 that I had to do multiple tries on. This is the first stream you watch, Bailey Fetch Show? Yeah, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you've subbed and been talking in chat. It's been really enjoyable to talk to everyone who's in here. The Pokemons are quite superior, oh geez. You're going to try to start shiny hunting. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Jessica. It has been really fun for me personally to do. Yeah, Faco, that's how you pronounce your last name. Did I say it wrong again? Alright, I think I just said Bailey. Yes, I remember that it is pronounced Faco. 5666. We'll see. That one's going to be probably like 2 streams off if we end up having to go to it. Amanda, welcome back to the stream. Your only shiny was a full odd shiny. That's actually pretty great though, because I don't even have a full odd shiny yet. It called a shiny Marini? That's insane! Yeah, as long as, that's actually pretty lucky. I need to get a shiny Marini, and I want to catch it through SOS. It's just, I don't want to have to, like, chain through shiny Corsolas to get it. Like, I think I'd end up with, like, 10 shiny Corsolas and keep restarting the chain every time. Like, catching the shiny and then moving on. From an absolute disaster. Amanda hopping right in. Full power right into all of the Pokepuns. Yeah, I'll probably just end up calling you Bailey, so to make sure I don't mispronounce it. Yeah, Marini is 20% on its own, so for you to call in Marini on the shiny frame is essentially, you know, to be like right on odds, you'd essentially call in like 4 shiny Corsolas before you got a shiny Marini. But then the odds are like not in your favor for calling in a shiny Marini. Don't know how to get shiny Manaphy from Pokemon Ranger. I don't... Can you get it shiny, or is the egg, like, permanently generated? Like, I think you have to... You basically have to trade the egg to a cartridge where the trainer ID would make it shiny, I think. Alright, guys. Encounter 5100, and then we will reset the save one more time. Man, OG's just isn't stopping here with the Pokepuns. These are getting crazy. Alright guys, so we're going to reset the save, and I'm just going to keep saying that I'm going to reset the save to make sure I actually reset the save. There we go. Your brother is wasting a whale lord of time attacking you. Little brothers though, Amanda. What can you do? Yeah, you can't restart the game, you have to buy a new game. Like, there's literally only 1 egg per cartridge, which is weird how they did that, because it just makes the Pokemon so much rarer. How do you change your profile pic on YouTube? You would go to your channel and then, like, channel settings or something and edit it. Oh, Gaming Storm, was there a flash flood in LA today? I didn't hear about that. You're beginning... That's a good one. The problem is I keep reading these and, like, switching the perspective around so that I'm the one talking and I switch, like, eyes to, like, use and use to eyes, and it breaks your puns sometimes, oh geez. Bailey, why do we keep changing the save file? First off, Jessica Bailey, thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you again. And yes, my name is Ian. So back to what Bailey asked. So I reset the save every once in a while, about every 50 encounters. Because Emerald has messed up RNG. Yeah, so Emerald has messed up RNG, and what ends up happening is, like, shinies are generated based off of this, like, hidden number that the game creates, and your trainer ID. And in most games, that number that it generates is different every save. And it changes every single frame of the game. Like, every time the graphics update, which is 60 times a second, it changes that number. But that number's just passed through this, like, random number generator, which is a math problem. And if you pass the same number in, it gets the same number out, which is why most games, the number that it passes in is random. But in Emerald, it passes in that same number every time. So when it uses that number and the trainer ID, basically if your timing's the same, and you're not going to get a shiny on that frame, you won't ever get a shiny. So, like, basically, there's a chance that my game can't even create a shiny in the, like, amount of time that I'm soft resetting. So every once in a while I have to change my trainer ID by resetting the save in order to mix up, like, essentially mix up the RNG so we can get a shiny. Welcome back, Supernova Craft. One second, guys, I'm gonna check something. Alright, sorry about that, we should be good. Sorry for that pause, but we are now working our way over to meet May. You're gonna start getting shinies too? Or you're just gonna use the Game Shark? People have mentioned that, like, why don't you just, like, use something like that, but, I want to get them legit. Like, that's kind of my thing, is it just feels, like, nothing against anyone who wants to do it, as long as it ends up being, like, a legitimate possibility of the Pokemon. There's no way to detect it or really care. Like, there's just something there's something with the satisfaction of catching the shiny yourself with no kind of, well, I'm not sure, with, like, no help from anything, basically. Like, all on your own. Nice, SM Finkel. Nice. That's pretty cool. I got a shiny Pick-a-Peck when I was trying to start a Young Goose chain one time, and I got a shiny Golduck while I was hunting for, or not while I was hunting, while I was trying to level up while I was trying to level up a shiny Sandygast so it evolved. Like, I have a picture of my 3DS screen with a shiny Sandygast and Golduck on the screen at the same time, and I was like, wow, that's pretty, like, lucky for that to happen, you know. I had the shiny charms, so it's not full odds, but it was still pretty full odds. You're done with the Pokepuns tonight? We asked for it, though. You had to go out with a bang there. The Gray Shuriken, thank you for the sub. I've done plenty of SRs so far. I have done way more soft resets than I have ever done in my life. Well, this is the first game I've ever soft reset for something in. Do I have White or Black 2? I do not. I actually don't have any games from Gen 5. Those games released, like, right in the middle of, like, the lull where I didn't play Pokemon. Kind of like middle school, high school years where it was like Pokemon's for little kids, and I had next to zero interest in playing those games, or into playing the games at that time. And, like, Gen 4 released before I went into that, and Gen 6 was still releasing, like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as I came out of it. So I ended up picking, like, both of those up, but Gen 5, there was nothing for me to really, like, try, and my DS was broken at the time, so I couldn't even try it if I wanted to. But I want to get a cartridge of it at some point, of one of the 4 games at some point. Preferably, like, original Black and White, just because I can play the original then. And, but I'll find it at, like, a convention inbox and stuff, so I can put it on my shelf. You have it, but you haven't played it in a year. Alright, yeah, I get that. Planning to play it after finishing X and Y. Alright, yeah. I mean, I'll probably end up looking to see if I can buy one in, I think, like 1 or, like, 2 months now. Will probably be, like, the next chance I have to really consider buying one. He asked you what was wrong, and you just said coffin. Fair enough, Aiden. Fair enough. Pokemon Yellow is going to be stopped for a long time. What do you mean by stopped? Like the battery's dead in it? Or do you mean like on... I guess you could be playing on like Virtual Console? I'm not sure. Alright, hopefully you can make it back, OGs. Oh, just like not playing it. I get you, I get you. Yeah, you're gonna stop, but once the Red Tail Treecko are gonna show. Hopefully soon, Thunder Daniel. Hopefully soon. Shiny Luck still exists? Maybe, Filippo. Maybe it still exists at this point. Who really knows? Maybe I just used up all of my Shiny Luck with all of my Shinies and Sun. Alright, see you later, man. I'm sorry I still don't know your name or how to pronounce it. I hope to see you again in another stream, though. $51.10. We'll see, Aiden. We'll see. Next encounter. Oh, Amanda's still going strong with the Pokepuns. I'm still so worried that I'm just gonna like not. I'm gonna be paying attention to chat and just soft resetting and just go right over the shiny. I'm so paranoid that I'm gonna fail this shiny up just because of how long it's been going. Firefall, awkward silence. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, that kind of happens at some points just when the chat lulls and I've kind of hit a lull. Thankfully, compared to like my first streams, though, there are a lot fewer of them. Like back when the stream had maybe 7 viewers at a time, and like 2 of them talked. Then it was kind of like a little bit more of a lull in the conversation because it was essentially me talk, wait for them to hear the response delayed, them respond, and then it was kind of like, at best there was only 10 to 20 seconds between like me talking. But now that like the chat's kind of grown and like the stream's grown significantly since my first couple, you know, there's always someone talking. It's always fun to kind of talk with people. The more encounters there are, the more the hype is built up. Exactly, Thunder Daniel. Like the farther we get with this thing, just the more hype it's going to be when we actually get it. I'm glad to hear that, Bailey. It's always nice seeing people who just like stumble upon this thing and become super interested in it and want to stick around. Your deck stabbing. Good luck, Filippo. Good luck. You forgot to say good evening. Haha. I like the 3-year shiny Safari Natsu. Oh man. I hope this doesn't go on that long. Yeah, I mean, but that would be super. If you get that far and finally run into it, that's where it's like just insane levels of hype, you know? That's like an entire era of your life ending at that point, you know? Like, they'll be able to look back and go, I remember when I hunted that shiny Natu. For like a significant portion of my life, I hunted this one shiny Pokemon. Have you ever watched pro wrestling before? If so, what's my favorite pro wrestler? I haven't watched any pro wrestling before. SR over. I hope not Fire Falcon. Thankfully, though, you know, like I say, Emerald isn't the worst thing to do that in because I can get the same shiny again. I still hope I don't soft reset over it at all, but it could happen theoretically. What is my best catch at the Safari Zone? I don't remember because it's been so long since I've done anything in the Safari Zone. Most of the time when I played through games that had a Safari Zone, I just kind of blew through it to get through it real quick. Or went in there just to catch Pokemon to complete the Pokedex. I never really hunted for things in there too much, to be honest. What if I somehow lost to the Zigzagoon? I mean, that can happen. I don't think it actually... Does that game over? It wouldn't game over you, would it? You would keep it and you would just be like... You would talk to Birch again at a different point, wouldn't you? But it's not like... The Zigzagoon is so underleveled that it, like, it would require you only hitting growl. But I wouldn't think it would, like... force you out of the battle or anything, and like I don't think it would make you choose the Treecko again, is what I'm saying. So honestly, as long as I don't soft reset on it, I don't think I can mess it up in any way. The 3 years in a safari to find a spherical bird of a different color era. I mean, if the spherical bird in question was a Rowlet, I would do it. Bailey, when will I stream again? My next stream will be at about the same time, from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, on Saturday. So same time as today, but not tomorrow, but the next day. So Saturday evening I will be streaming again. Currently, even though it will probably change in about 2 weeks, my stream schedule is Monday, Thursday, Saturday, from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern. But I'm going back to college in a couple weeks, so the schedule may switch up a bit. More likely for the better for most people. Because I know a lot of people who watch the stream are actually watching from like Europe and stuff, so it's super late for them right now. So I'm going to start the streams a little bit earlier, and maybe not stream quite as long, but stream more days a week. You know, like 4 or 5 days a week, but 2 hours instead of 3 or something. But that's all up in the air. That'll be figured out in a couple weeks once I actually get back to school and get back into the groove of that. But to answer your question, for right now, next stream will be Saturday. If I fail, just leave Pokemon. Just give up. Yeah, just honestly take all of my Pokemon stuff and just dump it outside. When I've been going for over a month now, publicly on a stream, and just reset over it, it's just... At that point, it's telling you stop. A spherical bird that sees into the future. But is it a spherical bird that can still turn its neck all the way around? Because, I mean, is it a spherical bird with a bow tie on it? Because that is what Rowlet is. Failed the Zigzagoon. Oh yeah, if you lost to the Zigzagoon, that would kinda be bad for anyone who's played a Pokemon game literally ever before. What's up, boys? Welcome back to the stream. I think if you get the health too low, Zigzagoon may start growling. I feel like the Zigzagoon's AI is just kind of may honestly be set up like that, but at the same time, at this point in the game, most even scripted encounters were still a random Pokemon. So I feel like if they were preparing to not let you KO yourself, they would have prevented Wally from being able to be KO'd by a Zigzagoon. Or to be KO'd by the Ralts, I mean. Because there's the chance, or no, is it he KOs the Ralts or is it the Ralts KOs him? I think it's the Zigzagoon that your dad lends Wally can KO the Ralts if it crits, I think. and the IVs are perfectly wrong. Alright, see you later, man. Glad you're able to tune into the stream for a few minutes. Yeah, it's 2:30 a.m. even for like the most western parts of Europe right now. So my streams will probably move up by, honestly, maybe even multiple hours. I think that would be better overall for everyone, just because the US, it's still not super late, but at the same time, in like Europe, it'd be early enough that more people would be able to tune in if they wanted. 6,212 is the one. We'll see, Bombers Blitzball League. We'll see. We won't get to that one tonight, unfortunately. We're only going for another 20 minutes or so, so we'll probably get to just around 5150 or so. We'll see. How long have I been playing Pokemon? So I've been playing Pokemon since I was in about, like, 3rd grade. So, at this point, that would have made, so over 12 years now. It's been on and off, though, so pretty much I've been playing Pokemon for over a decade at this point, but I got back into it about 2 years ago. Oh, that's all good, Cap Man. A lot of people in here, English isn't their first language, so you're not going to get judged or anything for making mistakes. Everyone does. I make mistakes, and English is the only language I know. In France, it's almost 4 p.m. 4 p.m. or 4 a.m.? Because it's 9:41 here, according, like Queen said, 9:42 now in Eastern Time in the U.S. And for should use Facecam only if you feel comfortable with it. Honestly, like even I'm probably gonna turn Facecam off for the actual like Let's Play that I do with the Shiny Badge quest. Like that's gonna be more laid out in terms of like having the window and having my team and badges I've gotten and stuff, than having like the stream, because the stream's more about interacting and whatnot. So that's gonna more benefit from the webcam and kind of making it feel a bit more personal. But the Let's Play is gonna be like pre-recorded and whatnot. Yeah, and yeah, because it's morning for you guys. Like it's after midnight. That's what I thought. I got that mixed up and had it the wrong way the other day. Where it was like, someone was like, "Oh, I'm in Portugal and I'm in Italy," and I was like, "Oh, so it's like fairly early in the afternoon for you guys, right?" And they're like, "No, it's like 2:30 a.m." And I was like, "Oh, wait, yeah, the Earth spins the other way. Whoops." What's my favorite legendary? It's a hard one. Yours is Rayquaza, Kyogre, Dialga, the Sun and Moon legends, and the X and Y legends. My favorite legendary would also be Rayquaza, or would be Rayquaza. You give up trying to guess Dada, yeah. It's gonna be really, like, that's why it's kind of almost a prize to guess it right, where you get to name the Pokemon. Like, if you get the exact number, you get to name it. Just because, it's so astronomically, unlikely that it almost deserves a reward for someone to be able to name the Pokemon if I walked away from the bag. I haven't done that for like a stream and a half now, so I'm impressed I made it that long without misclicking on anything. So yeah, that's why it's a reward and you get to name the Pokemon if you guess it right, just because it's so unlikely that you'll be able to get it. How old am I? You're 17, your birthday is on June 7th. Okay, I am 20. Alright, see you later, Nelson. I'm glad you're able to tune into the stream, and I hope to see you again. That is crazy, Kappa Man, and thank you. I hope we find it soon, too. We've been going for over a month now in terms of streaming for this thing, which is kind of crazy. And you're hunting Torchic right now. I hope you get it soon, too, Kappa Man. Your last guess is 51:39, and then you must go. All right, Filippo. That one is coming up very shortly, so we'll see. If we could get this thing in the last 15 minutes here, that would be so hype on top of hitting 5,000 encounters tonight, which is just crazy. That's your longest shiny hunt ever. This is actually my longest shiny hunt ever too, Kappa Man. My longest before this was an SOS chain in Sun, which took 1,600 encounters, and that's literally the next closest thing. We've tripled that with this hunt, which is crazy. Welcome back, Cody. Glad you're able to make it back before the end of the stream. Alright, so moment of truth for Filippo. Will he guess it right? Will it be 5139? We'll see right now. The only shiny you caught was a shiny Pidgey. That's awesome, Dada. That's still more shinies than most people have. Unfortunately, though, 5139 was not a shiny, so we're going to keep going here. Oh, you don't hunt 6 and 7 gens? It's so easy. See, that's for a lot of people, and I can respect that. You know, some people like the challenge. I like collecting, though. So if I can make collecting them easier, I'll do it. It's still not easy, and it's still pretty rare to have the shinies, but to me, it's still, you know, it's still legit. It's just, this is going to be so much more satisfying than the other ones, just because of how long it's going to take, and how prestigious having that, like, 1 in 8,000 odds Pokemon will be. You want Sun and Moon, but you'll put it on your Christmas list. Dolphin Skank, thank you for the sub. Sorry if I mispronounced that. You want Sun and Moon, but you'll put it on your Christmas list because you want X and Y or Mega Ruby, but you need a 3DS. Yeah, obviously, that's understandable. Needing a 3DS to be able to play that kind of thing. What I want in terms of 3DS is a 3DS capture card. Like, because I want to be able to stream those newer games for everyone. Like, I can't even stream Gen 4, because the way I'm capturing this footage is through a GameCube, which is the Game Boy player. So I can play original Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. So I can play the first 3 gens, but I can't play anything after that. Unfortunately. But, like, I can't just justify getting a 3DS capture card, because I want to stream Pokemon Sun or something. Because that's a $600 capture card, which is a little bit too much in my opinion to just buy for the fun of it. Alright, see you later, Filippo. Hope to see you again. Yeah, they are a lot rarer, because in 6 and 7, they bumped up the encounter. They bumped up the chance of getting a shiny, as well as starting in Gen 4, you had you started getting, like, Poké Radar and different methods to chain them. So Gen 3 is, you know, kind of the one time that the completely unrelated to IVs, and at the same time completely full odds no matter what shinies happened. Clorox, welcome back! Glad you were able to make it for the last couple minutes of the stream here. Got about 12 minutes left before we call it for the night, so... Your only gen you played is Gen 4, but you love that game and you want to buy more. Gen 4 was good in my opinion, and I would definitely recommend picking up some more Pokemon games. What other Pokemon games are on the DS? Do you know? You really don't know. First of all, Gaming Whale, what's up? Welcome to the stream. And also, in terms of Pokemon games on the DS, you have Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, then you have Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then you have Black, White, and Black and White 2. So, the first ones I mentioned up through Heart Gold, Soul Silver are all in Gen 4. And they're all going to run on the same engine as Diamond, which you're playing now. And then there's Gen 5, which is a completely different storyline. Heart Gold, Soul Silver are too. Those are remakes of older games, but they run kind of the same as Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. But then Gen 5 is on a new generation of games, which is Black and White 2. And it'll look a good bit different. Battles, all the sprites have been redone. So other people might have more suggestions when it comes to those, because I've only played Pearl and Platinum out of all of those. But I advise you keep your future Shiny Treecko in Emerald and don't transfer it. I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to transfer it up. It'll still be listed as, you know, in this game. But I want to be able to, like, put it in the new game with my collection of other Pokemon. I'm definitely going to be trading up the legendaries, though. I'm going to go after the Weather Trio, because they're shiny locked in the newer games, and I want a living shiny dex. Like, I want a living shiny dex, either in the Pokebank or just in my copies of Gen 6. And in order to get those shinies at this point, I'd either need to trade and hope that they are legit shinies, because I don't want Gen. I also kind of want them with my trainer ID on it, which is another reason for getting them myself. And I can't get them anymore I can't get them anymore because of the events, so I have to get them in these games. That was like the #1 reason for me fixing my Emerald cartridge, and then I figured I might as well stream it because I had access to a GameCube and a Game Boy player. So yeah, I feel like maybe the Treecko will stay. Depends on what I want to do with the save. Otherwise, but the legendary is for sure going to get transferred up. Alright, see you later, Android Play. Yeah, just let me know when you do that. If he isn't dead, he's going to change the dex entry for 16 to something really not pleasant. I mean, he's been sitting here for over a month now at this point, waiting for this 10-year-old to just finally pick a Pokemon. How about a female shiny Treecko? That's just like even 8 times more unlikely than getting a shiny in the first place in general. I'd be okay with it, but I'm not like gonna be like, no, we can't get it unless it's that. Alright, one more encounter before we do the last save reset for them. Actually, I'm not gonna do a save reset before the end of the night, just because there's only 8 minutes left, and I don't want almost all of that to be taken up with resetting the save. So we're just going to roll through until we get to the end tonight. Am I going to continue trying till I get it? Yes, I am, Dada. This is already like stream number 17 or something. Something crazy like that. We've been going for almost a month for this thing, 3 times a week. So, or not almost a month, over a month. Well over a month at this point. And we are definitely going to persevere and go until we get it. At least it's a new record, 40 or something. Shiny. I hope I don't set any kind of record like that. Why not try on a Mega Ruby? So Gaming Whale, first off, I want to actually play through Emerald because, like I said, the legendaries are shiny locked in this game, or are shiny locked in ORAS. So I want to get them in this game so I can get them shiny. But honestly, more importantly, even than the like more difficult odds, I can't record footage from a 3DS right now. Like, I wanted to stream, and Emerald and my Japanese Leaf Green are the only 2 games I have that I can stream in, and I just walked twice in a stream. Losing my grip on everything. But, I don't have a way to capture 3DS, or just DS in general, footage. I only have ways to capture Game Boy footage. So honestly, that's the main reason that I'm streaming in these games, and not in, like, Gen 6 and Sun and Moon. Because personally, I'd love to be hunting in those some too. A lot of it because that way we get shinies more often, and there's more hype in the streams because we'd actually keep getting shinies more than once every month and a half. But that would be something that happens like later on when I'm able to actually afford getting a capture card for it. Dada, this is gonna take a while. Yeah. Charlie Nortrup, thank you for the sub. Yeah, it's gonna take a while because unfortunately, like I said, like the odds in this game are the worst odds of any Pokemon game for getting a shiny. On top of that, you have to add that this game has broken RNG compared to literally every other Pokemon game ever created. Because most Pokemon games, getting a shiny is truly random, but in Emerald it is not. Like, if you don't get the shiny after a while, you have to reset your save entirely on top of just soft resetting. Because there's a chance you just physically cannot get a shiny in like the first 30 seconds when you're soft resetting. Oh, sorry for that yawn in the middle of talking. But, yes, there are definitely better games, quote-unquote, to shiny hunt in if you just want a successful shiny hunt. But due to circumstances, plus this actually becoming one of the easier games to hunt in after this first grueling hunt, this is like the one game that I'm able to hunt in that is in English. So that's also a plus. By this point, Team Nagel got a hold of Groudon and made the world 90% land, and Team Aquas. At this point, yeah, the entire campaign would have happened. And I'm still sitting here staring at a bag with a couple Pokeballs in it. Charlie Nortrip, I did see you sub, and thank you again for the sub. It's currently 10:55 in Nova Scotia. Alright, so you are an hour ahead of me, Dada. I am ending the stream in about 5 minutes when it is 10 o'clock Eastern Time, which is my time. The 4 years I took trying to help Professor from a wild animal because I wanted a red-tailed gecko era. Oh, that could be my life, Thunder Daniel. That could easily be my life. And also, before I forget, Aiden Reyes, welcome back. Glad you can make it to the end of the stream. Yeah, so I think last stream we ended with a shiny Mudkip attempt, like one Mudkip attempt. So we're going to continue on with that tradition of alternating between Torchic and Mudkip right at the end of the stream with a Torchic attempt here in the next 4 minutes, right before we end the stream. Nurse Joy or Officer Jenny. I haven't watched the anime much, so Nurse Joy just because she's in the games. Man, sorry for the yawning tonight, guys. I think it's been worse than normal. Like I'm tired, but end of the week is tomorrow, so we'll be able to hopefully get a little bit more rest on the weekend. Clorox, the awkward moment of silence. Yeah, I mean, those happen. Like I said, they've been happening a lot less, fortunately. But they still will happen from time to time when the chat lulls, and I kind of... Like, when me running out of things to say kind of just lines up with the chat taking a break for a second, it unfortunately does happen. Chooses Treecko, gym music plays, level 56 Zagoon appears, trumpets and... Someone was like, listen kid, you gotta actually start the game. We're gonna throw you out against like a Diglett that's gonna keep you in the arena until you faint. Oh geez, the next stream is Saturday, right? Yes, the next stream will be on Saturday. Same time as normal, 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have another week or two of this stream schedule. Just like heads up, well before this happens. But like I said, I will be going and moving back into an apartment for college. So with my internship wrapping up and me starting school, my stream schedule is probably going to change a bit. But it won't change in a way that I cut out a bunch of streams. It'll change in a way where I pretty much move these ones around and end up tacking like a couple more hours a week probably, just spread out over more time. You will be there with more Pokemons. I look forward to them, emojis. Captain Man, why is there a shiny charm in the background? Just for decoration, pretty much. If you go back and look at like my first streams, they're literally the Game Boy or the GameCube capture, an encounter number, and like my webcam with a Treecko in the corner, and that's it. Like it's black background and everything because I'm terrible with graphics. My girlfriend was nice enough to offer to make me this whole little layout, and you know, she thought like most streamers are kind of like with all the gray and stuff was a little bit bland, and she was like, "I'm gonna make it like pretty and stuff." So I let her run with it, and she made this, and I really like it. And you know, it's at least it's all shiny themed and stuff. So that really the shiny charm's just kind of there for decoration. And all right, guys, it is now officially 10 p.m. So we have done our last encounter for the night with 5168. So we're gonna do one Mudkip encounter here, or one Torchic encounter here to end the night. And while I do so, I just want to thank everyone again for tuning into the stream and everyone who liked it and subscribed. It means so much to me when everyone tunes in. It makes it so much more enjoyable because I'd be doing these hunts anyways, you know? Being able to do these and actually talk and interact with people makes it so much more enjoyable. And unfortunately, Torchic was not shiny either tonight, so we're going to have to continue again on Saturday. And I hope to see y'all there. Bye.